Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 139, Real Life Dolores Umbridge, Part 4. Yeah, I'm beating this dead horse. Come on, she earned it. She earned it. Harvey Dent's here. Says hello, LOCKBEARD. What's up? It is Thursday. Thursday. Written there in the thumbnail behind me here in Old English, but it's Thor's Day. Thor's Day. March 28th, 2024. Did you hear what Dogman UK said about you today on his live stream? Says Harvey Dent. Nope. I don't watch him. So unless somebody tells me what he said, Angel's here, Mr. Lee's here, Ocean Pond is here, Kiz is here. Welcome. Deborah's here. Welcome. Mr. Lee's telling us, giving us a little too much information right here. What's up, Kiz? Yep. So, sometimes I talk about some controversial ideas on here, and last time we talked a little bit about natural human breeding. What's up, Deb? Jojo? Anyway, someone in the comments took some offense. I suppose they disagreed with what I was saying. But like all the time, just all the damn time, I can't say everything that goes behind my thoughts. Like, there's too much information. One, two, oftentimes, it's too controversial. Like, even if I could get people to sit down long enough and learn enough science to understand why I take that position, they would still disagree with it because they have a personal bias coming from their culture. My culture, including my culture that I grew up in, is full of bad takes. It's a large part based on just ignorance and a failure to accept reality. Mr. Lee says, I saw the comments. Yes. Deborah says, I just want to hear the drunken lady. The drunken lady, yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the comment in question here. Give me just a second. Hopefully this shows up okay. Perfect. Or just about perfect. So this person's name is Violet Kit 4. He or she, whichever it is, I'm guessing it's a she. Says early childbirth is especially dangerous for adolescents and their infants compared to women between the ages of 20 and 35. Pregnant women under 20 are at a greater risk for death and disease, including bleeding during pregnancy, toxemia, hemorrhage, prolonged and difficult labor, severe anemia, and disability. Her next comment says it is very dangerous for a girl that young to give birth, and medical attention should be top priority. Boys can probably father a child at that age. Well, of course they can. It's not wise. Seriously? It's not wise for any child that age, says this person. The problem is not the age we start having kids. Bullshit. It's that white people are only having a couple. A woman can wait until they mature and still be able to have 10 children if she wanted to. I think women should be having more than that personally. Start throwing those rocks now. Um, to save our cultures, to save our peoples and our nations, we got to start thinking way differently. Um, if kids, she says, she goes on to say, if kids start having kids, it could kill them, and who will care for the baby then? I think kids should be kids, and we should protect our kids. Again, this person's locked into the unnatural mindset that of these as being children after puberty. Mother Nature has already decided, no, it's time that you start making them try to be adults. That's the way it was for millions of years, and all of a sudden in the last 80 years or so, we decided to shift into, and hard shift into this whole idea that no, don't make them start, trying to working and trying to function as adults at 12. Wait until they're 18. It's too late. If you don't got them being adults by the time they're 18, you done fucked up. I'm gonna finish her comment and then try to address everything. And again, there's just so much information that I don't get time. But I'll try to nutshell some things and make people, hopefully some people will hear it and have enough scientific background or to understand and to be able to set their emotional ideals aside. That yeah, we want to save lives, but sometimes saving lives is actually bad for the entire species and will lead to more human suffering and death in the long run, which is what all this crap this woman's saying right now will lead to: more suffering, more death. She thinks she's preventing it, and at the moment you are, but in the long run you end up making it worse. So let me finish her comment. Um, kids should protect our kids. There is so much that can be said on this subject matter. Oh yeah, but you've already demonstrated you completely don't understand my position, and a whole bunch of science that supports why I'm saying this. Some of it I didn't really talk about last time, but well, a lot of it I didn't talk about last time because people just can't. It's too much. It's too much. Even the race. Okay, she goes on to say even the races overtaking aren't starting when they are children. If you're talking about young women as young as 13, bullshit, they are. Bullshit, they are. That's a goddamn fact. Any dumbass can go find this out. Are they all starting at 13? No. But a lot of them are. Some parts of Mexico is literally the age of a consent. So it's not just that a 13-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl getting on in Mexico. No, it's a 13-year-old girl getting on with a, dude, I don't know how old, I mean, dudes could be in their 30s or more, because that's the age of consent there. And so you want to tell me they're not having kids at 13? That's bullshit. Of course they're having kids at 13. And not only are they having kids at 13, They're having kids at 13 with guys way older than them. So, and I don't even want to go down that road right now. I'm just son of a bitch, but it's hard to avoid it because people will bring it up, and of course I just brought it up, but it's just a fact of reality down in Mexico. I'm sorry, and this woman wants to say, "Oh, they're not having kids that young." Yes, they are. What do you think the Muslims are doing? At 13, you can father kids, you can mother kids, or you could be, you can strap a bomb vest on and go for the gold with the 72 virgins, right? She says you have to raise those children, pay for them, feed them. Yeah, yeah. What do you think people did for millions of years? You're thinking in terms of a first world country. You got that first world mentality too much. You're not thinking in terms of what do you need to do to raise a kid, basically in nature. And of course, we're not going to go full nature in our culture. Hopefully, we're still going to have, modern medical attention and stuff like that. We're going to have running water, all these benefits beyond what these people who right now there's people in Stone Age cultures around the world, the uncontacted tribes in the Amazon, that crazy island by India that you're not allowed to go to because they kill everybody. These people are living without modern medical conveniences, and guess what? They're surviving quite well. Quite well. She says, listen to Fitz. Oh, we see where she's starting to show what's really in her head. You have to raise those children, pay for them, feed them. Listen to Fitz, etc. This woman resents that she had to deal with her babies throwing a fit. She says you don't just populate and have 20 kids if you can't care for them the right way. What's the right way exactly? What exactly is the right way? You want to go get them 20 jabs? 20 jabs? Because that's not the right way. We've learned that, haven't we? There were in the beginning some basic inoculations that prevented some pretty major diseases, right? We pretty much exterminated them, except they're coming back now because we're letting all these criminal invaders into the nation. Criminal invaders. But now you can't trust any jab. You can't trust any needle because it's been exposed that they tainted that stuff with poison on purpose to thin us out. People dying with these cardiovascular issues, young people, otherwise healthy people, are dying with these cardiovascular issues, and the media doesn't want to report on it. They're trying like hell to avoid it, but it's too well known now. Too many people know now. You're not hiding it, so give it up. Give it up and tell it what it is. The pharmaceutical companies helped the elite, your Bill Gateses, your George Soros, and so on, to thin out the population, to murder millions of people by convincing them there was a disease, an outbreak, when I saw no evidence of it, none. And then you got them scared enough to go and get a jab that hadn't been properly tested and apparently was purposely poisoned. Certain batches had greater degrees of this poison than others. It was used to target areas of more highly concentrated conservative populations. That was exposed. Oh, people didn't hear about that, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. This woman goes on to say, you don't just populate and have 20 kids. You can't care them the right way. I think I read that one. Thankfully, most of us that raise or are raising children understand that and want to give each child a good life, protect them as long as we can. Just because you have the ability to do something doesn't mean you should. Just my 2 cents. And she misspells sense as the sense as in odors. Well, this whole comment is odoriferous to me, loaded with this is a low information person. Let me catch up with the chat, shall we? Hit the wrong emoji. Deborah says, my parents had me in their early teens and I had mine early. By 36, I was a grandmother. So I can't agree, Locke. None of us were mentally mature enough, but I'm not offended in any way. Well, but in our culture, we've been taught that it should be this way. But in reality, what happened in your family is what happened for millions of years and what should happen. Because oftentimes, as has been pointed out by many people, a lot of people would be dead in their 30s, not from old age or anything, just because it was a rough life. Your mate might have died in a hunting accident by now because hunting was so dangerous, or warring with another tribe. I mean, it was a dangerous and rough life, so you would get just completely offed. And now, just because we've extended life into our 80s and more, we keep trying to extend how long we should wait until we have kids. I mean, you see, by 36 years, grandmother. Yeah. So your kids, by 36, you're a grandmother. So your kids were already off living and making families of their own. And you could just, you could retire possibly, but of course you wouldn't do that in the wild. Let's see. JoJo says, I don't think kids should be having kids. Again, define what a kid is, right? Because right now we got people convinced that kids, that you're a kid before 18. And I say Mother Nature doesn't agree. And see, Biddy says, I'm here, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. Mr. Lee says, I have 4 sisters and a brother. So what happens is, that's fucked up. You talking about, was that the part about Mexico? Yeah, Mexico's fucked up, man. But of course, they're allowing all these human traffickers trafficking little kids as young as, well, I mean, you hear some extreme stories where those kids are, 3, bad shit. We've talked about that before here. Bad shit. St. Biddy says that because that's how. It's because you have no idea how painful it is. Miss Lee says, I could have been a father when I was 14 if I wouldn't have taken precautions. Yeah. Thankfully, God made us with brains. We're not animals, but we are animals. And seen 8 and 9-year-olds getting married in the middle of East, sick fucks. Glad it's illegal. Yeah, true. Deborah says, Harvey, if you told me the sky was blue, I'd have to go outside and look. Seen kids 9 getting married in the Middle East. Yeah, they do. They marry them. They like arranged marriages and stuff like that happening. But and oftentimes that's a girl that's getting married to a dude in his 20s. So as messed up as Mexico is, Middle East took it to another level, right? Hybrid Dan says, if you had a brain, you would know. Bullshit. You're right there. I am brainless. Volta BS is brainless. What? I'm stuck on Brandy, but the videos I watched was showing your IQ is lackluster. What part of the Middle East? Afghanistan. My grandkids are 18 and 11. Yeah. Aren't you glad you got out of the way? And you're, what if that you'd waited longer and your kids had waited longer and, you died before, what if you died before your grandkids got grown? Anyone under 16 shouldn't be having kids when they don't have the money or homes to bring them into. Plus, it's just wrong. Well, they don't have the money in your homes because they weren't prepared and taught by their parents that you have to be ready to work and live on your own by the time you hit puberty. Because that way, again, at puberty, you're fighting Mother Nature. And so as soon as it happens, for the next several years, you're fighting that, trying to get them the mind, trying to keep them under control. And they're out trying to run around and do their own thing. The reason why they're rebelling is because they're not supposed to be under the control of their parents as a child anymore. Mother Nature has decided it's time for them to go seek a mate, and that's exactly what they do. And so you end up with this big battle that you could just stop doing it, because you're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to fight Mother Nature. You're not supposed to fight the breeding impulse. That's something you're supposed to just let happen. You might try to have some degree of control. You know, that's why some cultures do have arranged marriages. They try to control, you know, who they can marry and still let them get married, but control who they get married. But sometimes you run into problems with that, and they have minds of their own, right? They go do what they got to do, and you can't stop it. So why are we making this big fight? Part of it is, I think it's on purpose. Like, there's people trying to destroy our cultures, Western cultures, and they've been brainwashing these kind of ideas into our culture for so long that now most people think it's the right thing, and they believe in it strongly. And what it does is it extends the time between generations, which is disruptive. It slows down the replacement rate of your population and eventually kills you. Like, what I'm talking about now is going to, if you listen to me, it will save our cultures. If people do not listen to me and do what I'm telling them to do, every single European country will fall, as well as Australia, Canada, the United States. All of them fall. All of them are destroyed. Our native populations go away. Our cultures are gone. Every statue, every church in Europe is going to get torn down and destroyed. It's just a fact. Look around. Watch what's happening. This immigration crisis is our end. And the only way to stop this is to reinvigorate this natural breeding cycle that is a shorter cycle. As soon as the kids hit puberty, you understand that Mother Nature has spoken, and you need to roll with it and just try to make sure that they marry well, the best you can, anyway. Well, Chris Cat, you'd be all over my tail for exposing lies. You're not Walter Chris Cass. Ocean Pond says, to some extent, you're making the pedo's argument. No, not at all. Not at all. That's what I don't agree with, says Ocean. No, I'm not making that argument at all. But what I am telling you is our culture dies. So, you know, what are you going to do? Because they cannot work in this day and age. Yeah, that's one of the things that they did, was make it to where they can't work. That, you know, you just can't. They have taken away see, that's the point in time when these young adults are supposed to become adults, to start to work and, you know, start to be a productive member of society. They miss the window entirely, and then they hit 18, and then they're never able to truly mature in a lot of cases. They never really get there. It disrupts the entire life cycle of people. Because it is illegal. Times have changed. They don't leave school until 16 even, says JoJo. Sleeping Beauty says, they have long lives. No need to have children. Childhood is already too short. No, childhood is too long. You're supposed to grow up when Mother Nature says you grow up. Now, I'm telling you, these ideas that a lot of you are expressing is what we've been brainwashed with as a culture for a long time. There's no surprise here that all of our Western nations have been brainwashed with these same ideas to extend extend the length of time between generations and to shrink the number of children people are having so that they can destroy us. Every single European nation, every single European population on the planet, United States, Canada, Australia, all of these nations have been targeted with this campaign to train us to have less kids and to extend the length of time between generations as long as possible so that other people can come in and replace us at some point, which is what is happening right now. This is the controversial thing I'm talking about. The people are uncomfortable with it because they've been so thoroughly programmed with this ideology. And they just can't accept it. That's why I have not much hope anyway. I wouldn't say just no. Not much hope in the survival of any European nation or the United States or Canada or Australia. We're all doomed because we aren't living natural lives. Now, this woman, she's talking about the medical end of things and how it's more dangerous for younger women to have babies. Yes, it is, and it will become more and more dangerous as time goes on because nature. We're talking about natural selection here, and I'm sorry, it's rough, it's cold. You've got to kill some people to remove the weaker genetics out of the population. If you do not, in the long run, it will become more and more dangerous to have babies in general. Before long, we'll barely be able to have babies safely. This is what she's talking about, and what people think. Oh, we got to wait because what are you doing? You're waiting until they're older, and it's a little safer later on. And because they don't die young, some percentage of them would die young if they have babies young, then those genetics are not removed from the gene pool. Now, this is rough and cold. This is hard cold. Look, Mother Nature, natural selection, evolution. You know, it's a rough thing. It's a cold thing. Now, conceivably, we could use this great intellect to find ways to determine where those weak genetics are and then encourage, maybe give incentives to women and men who contain those weak genetics, and incentives to not have kids. Say, look, you get tubes tied, get a vasectomy, don't have kids because your kids would contain your genetics, which are weak. But we're not going to do that, and we're never going to do that. And besides, even if we do it, we're not going to do it as well as Mother Nature does. Mother Nature's the gold standard, right? She knows how to do evolution. We've barely dabbled. We dabbled with evolution with the wolves, and we created Chihuahuas, Pekingese, pugs. Three types of dogs that will probably die, pretty quickly in the wild. Right? They're kind of useless. They're not naturally selected for anything but sitting on people's laps. Don't worry though. Nobody's going to listen to me about this. And what's going to happen is, well, you should worry, because what's going to happen is civilization will collapse. We'll never get our chance to apply our intellect to solving this problem properly. And people will be thrown back into the Stone Age. What's left of our nations will be thrown back into the Stone Age. And natural selection will then happen whether you like it or not. So it's going to happen anyway, right? Is what I'm saying. Civilization's going to collapse. I envision the potential of a future where we don't allow civilization to collapse, and we use our minds to embrace nature's way, and while still saving as many lives as we can, and not creating the negative genetic consequences of what our culture has caused, right? You know, our welfare system, we think, well, the welfare system is wonderful. It's you know, it takes care of, you know, people who can't take care of themselves, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, the majority of those people are people who genetically should be removed from the population. And but what's happened is they get, you know, everything they need, everything they want, and then they just kind of hang out in their government supplied housing and bang out a bunch of babies. Meanwhile, the successful man down the road from me I told you about, who that I used to live down the road from, him and his wife, they didn't have any kids. They clearly had something about them that made them more successful. To some degree, there was a genetic component to that, whether people like to admit it or not. Not everything is environmental. Some things is nature. Nature versus nurture. To some degree, it's the nature of the genetics of the person. So I don't know. So it's out there. You know, there it is. Let it float around the ether. People can criticize me all they want. All I'm saying is Mother Nature knows better than you. Mother Nature knows better than me. I recognize it and accept that as a fact. I was raised in this same culture as all of you. A lot of these things, I have an initial reaction to it, like this is wrong, this is wrong, but I cannot be objective and not accept that nature knew what she was doing, and we have messed that up. And if we continue to create this artificial situation where we're not dying when we're supposed to die and getting taken out of the gene pool, there's no natural selection going on, we'll end up so hopelessly dependent on uh, medical intervention to do anything, even breed, that that we won't be able to breed anymore without medical intervention. And then when civilization falls and that medical system goes with it, suddenly we won't have that medical intervention, and our entire species being so dependent on medical intervention could go extinct. So this entire thought that, oh, we got to do this, this, and it, could lead to complete annihilation of our species. There's a breed of dog. I can't remember the name of their breed of dog, but it's a dog that cannot breed anymore naturally. It requires human intervention to have pups because it cannot give birth naturally anymore, period. The only way this dog breed survives is by always getting a C-section. Always. Extremely irresponsible on our part to create a breed of dog that if one of these a female dog of this breed gets loose into the woods or something and it's pregnant, she's going to go out there and die with a belly full of puppies. Completely and totally dependent on human intervention to have puppies. Extremely irresponsible. But we're basically doing that to ourselves. So Deborah says, I don't think I'm brainwashed. My opinion comes from experience. My grandfather was 14. Believe me when I say that rippled down the generations. Even readers don't want dogs their first cycle. Breeder dogs their first cycle. Again, the only reason they're doing that is because they're out of our culture. Again, you're seeing things from the eyes of someone that was brought up in our culture. JT's here. Welcome. Voltabia says, Nikki was thinking I was Harvey Dent. She really don't have much faith in me and my values of putting content out like Dent did. Raptors here says, hello. Supposed to be working in editor. Jojo says, marriage it to so many now means nothing, whereas before it used to. JT says, dude, my 37 brother-in-law relies strictly on mom-in-law. I heard she kept him breastfeeding till almost 5 years old. You think that had anything to do with it? I'm for real asking. I don't know. It seems a little late, but, 5:30. Rather not breed our children and let our race die out. Whoa. Well, and that belief system that you have will die out as well. And it will mean nothing. Nobody will remember it. There will be no future. Our cultures die. Our culture has to recognize when it has made a mistake and try to fix it. Otherwise, it will die. Mr. Lee says, women don't want to have children until they're in their 30s now. I think that's a good age to have a kid maturity-wise. Again, that's something that was taught and brainwashed into our culture. It shouldn't be. When you have a daughter, you will see things differently. I don't know. I'm completely ruled by. I think I'm completely ruled. I try to be completely ruled by logic and objectivity. If I had daughters, ideally I would want to arrange their marriages. Yeah, absolutely, and do it at the appropriate time. I don't want to deal, and I certainly don't want to deal with them anymore after they have hit puberty. That's for damn sure. I've seen what happens to the rest of y'all. I'd rather send them on out the door with my blessing to an arranged marriage with a feller that I think that I approve of and call it good. Doesn't matter to me if she's 14 or 19 when this happens. If you make her wait till 19, she's gonna get knocked up at 15 because she snuck out of the house, right? How many times does that happen? It happens all the time. All that we've done with this whole ideology is create a bunch of unwed teenage mothers. That's what we've done. We're not too far from the time where people were getting married younger than 16. I went to high school with a woman who was married. I think she got married at 15. She was definitely married by 16. It was normal back in the day. Normal. Jojo says, agree, Mr. Lee. Many want to have a home and money put by before they have kids. They can do that. Longer life expectancy has a lot to do with the adulthood being at 18, and they are stretching it to 21 with not allowing alcohol, tobacco, and even marijuana. Yeah, 18, 21, all these are arbitrary numbers that somebody picked. In a free nation, you should be allowed to just do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anyone else. Like with the alcohol and tobacco thing, like I'm all the time having to check IDs, and for everybody, it's ridiculous. And I worked like years ago. I worked at this old fella. He was 91 years old. This was back in like 2007, I think, 2008. He was 91 years old. So he remembered way back, right? He remembered way back. And he said to me, he said, when I was a kid, if you walked into the bar and you could reach up and put a quarter on the bar, so you were like, you were little. If you could reach up and put a quarter on the bar, they would serve you, he said. Send 18-year-olds off to war. That's bad enough. Yeah, they should send them younger if they want to go, if they volunteer. Jojo says, not in my lifetime, though, Lockie. It could happen in your lifetime. How quick can a nation fall? It could happen overnight. I mean, we got millions of these immigrants here, these criminal invaders. Europe's got Muslims, which are, there's a whole nother level there. They will burn your churches down. They will rape all of your daughters down to the age of 6. They don't give a fuck. You got to strengthen your culture up to be able to withstand this bullshit. You're not going to be able to. The beliefs that you have are going to die. You can stand right now on them and say, I believe in this and this is the way it should be and blah, blah, blah. And it's great, except it's failing. It's failing miserably. Your people, our people in all nations that are, predominantly of European descent, European cultural ideals, we're all dying out and we're all being destroyed and being replaced. I'm not saying we need to become like the Muslims. I'm saying that we need to change a few things and be more natural about what we do and more natural about what we eat, more natural about when we marry off our young. We don't, and 8, the Muslims, for Muslims, that could be as young as 8, right? We don't want that, right? But that's what you are going to get in Great Britain if you don't do something about this. It looks like you're about to be taken over by a culture who will marry their young daughters off at what's the youngest they do? 6 to dudes that are 30. That's what you're gonna get, because what we've been doing is a failure. We're not staying strong. We're not respecting the differences between male and female. We have allowed this attack on masculinity to occur, and that has to stop. European cultures used to be about strong male leadership. Now, well, it's been feminized. Half the men are acting half female, and females are being forced into positions of leadership by diversity and inclusion, blah 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 nonsense. We need female leaders. We need female leaders. No, we don't need female leaders. Males are males of the human species are what's designed to be the leaders. That's the way it was for millions of years until this cultural infection was starting to get brainwashed into us, because this is part of it too. They're disrupting the social structure. They're disrupting our reproduction. They're disrupting everything about us, or how we lead, who leads. And people, like, they try to talk about men. Oh, the men are these assholes. We can't let them lead. They're toxic masculine. We've been very good natured about all this. We've been very tolerant, very cool, calm, and collected. But I think we've allowed too much. It's time for us to put our foot down and say, look, all you far leftists over here need to shut the fuck up. All you criminal invaders coming in our nations, get the fuck out. We're going to fuck you up. And we need to somehow start to get rid of the brainwashing of all this stuff I've been talking about this first 45 minutes now. Get rid of the brainwashing that has fucked up our culture, because this isn't our real culture. Like I said, not 60, 70 years ago even, it was completely a regular thing that women were younger when they were having their first babies. 15, 14, it was a normal thing. You might have a little bit of a shotgun wedding, but a lot of times it was just, they just got married because that was what they were expected to do. And as someone pointed out, people don't respect marriage anymore. And that's another thing. That's another level of how they disrupted our entire culture and what it's supposed to be. So I don't know. I've given you the gist of it, and why this woman is completely short-sighted right here. Completely short-sighted. Doesn't understand. There are so many things wrong with this, and I can barely begin to scratch the surface of what the problems are here. Most people out there haven't given this any thought because they've just been going about their lives living in this culture, thinking that they're right about all this stuff because it's just what they've always believed. And I'm here to tell you, they're all wrong. And my evidence for that is every single European nation and predominantly Caucasian European descent nation on the planet is plummeting towards extinction. Our birth rates are just extremely low. We're dying out. And our cultures are about to die with us. All of your monuments are going to be toppled down. The Muslims will destroy every Christian statue, every Christian church. They will burn every Bible. And I'll just say it because people didn't listen to me. An atheist. I'm telling you how to save Christianity. But Christianity is probably going to take a huge hit here in the coming years because they've allowed themselves, along with the rest of our nation, atheists and other types of groups, have been brainwashed with these ideas that are just incorrect and not sustainable, and it's been proven as a fact now. Dead man walking. Every United States, dead man walking. Great Britain, dead man walking. Just about every European nation. And like I said, I don't have any hope that, because again, look how much you guys are rejecting what I'm saying right now. Right here, right now. You're rejecting it. And that's cool. You're cool to do that. That's your business. And you're pretty much what most of our society will do. They will reject it until they're dead, and they're dying in the street, and they've been murdered by a criminal, invader, illegal immigrant, and if they're lucky, they don't have to watch as their little daughters are getting raped by these illegal immigrants before they kill the whole family. This is real shit, real crimes that are happening, and it's just going to escalate. Our governments know it. Your governments know it. They're doing it on purpose. And I think it's too late. I think we're going to have to watch as our nations, our people are raped and murdered to death. Because is enough people going to stand up and fight these people off right now? Probably not. I hope they prove me wrong on that. I hope they actually take a stand. Maybe they get mad enough. I don't know. But it looks to me like European cultures are all going to wait too long to pick up their swords. The men, obviously. The women should, fight if they can, back up their men when their men decide to fight, back them up in any way you can, and if that means you fight too, then you fight too. But what's going to happen though is a lot of men are going to want to fight, and they're going to have wives and other female family around them that are going to give them shit about it and say they're doing the wrong thing. European women, you need to stand by the men now. We've done this little feminism experiment. It's fucked up the entire world. It's handed our children over to drag queen story hour, and it is getting us murdered and our daughters raped. That's what's happening. That's what this whole experiment has done. I'm telling you how to stop it. If you want to try and stop it, this ideology, and this isn't some crazy shit I'm saying here. I'm just saying do what nature intended you to do. Start teaching your kids to be prepared for adulthood earlier. Prepared to work earlier, just like we did for millions of years. I tried. Deborah says Ocean agreed. 18-year-old granddaughter is not mature enough to be a mother. Luckily, she knows this and is career focused. Puppies and horses are her escapes. Understand it? Yes. And also, if you have children in your teenage years, the likelihood of that teenager having children to different fathers is likely. That's unless your culture holds them responsible like we used to. Like today's culture doesn't. You can't use today's culture, the way things are in our nation now, as an example. It's like that because we fucked up. Instead of having that shotgun wedding when she got knocked up at 13, and the community holding the young man and the young woman responsible for that, and the expectation there being that they're married for life, they don't get to just have a divorce one day and do what. This is all part of what you're talking about. There is part of the disruption to our culture that has been brainwashed into our culture. For decades, they've been doing this, trying to break us down, trying to destroy us. Great. School probably asked them how long they breastfed great grandmothers until he was 9, great grandfather until she was 8. They both lived to 100. Welcome to your ancestors. Babies having babies. Go off and risk your life for the profit of the war machine, but can't enjoy a Marlboro while doing it. Yeah, that's crazy. Same douchebag dad in your family. Bolt your whole short. Have me rolling. Never seen that clip. Have my own opinions on this one. I hold on to very strongly. Yeah, but look, Sleep Beauty, I'm going to say it. You're an example of it's an emotional response, and you're an example. If women are allowed to make the decisions, they're going to make more emotional decisions. There's a lot of women out there, sorry if this pisses off some of the women. No, I'm not. A lot of women out there are recognizing this now, and totally on board with like MGTOW, men going their own way, and men's rights and all that stuff, because they've seen what's happened, how the family's been destroyed, and how men don't want, good men do not want to get married anymore because they get the shaft. They just get screwed over. They have no control. You got this, this woman the other day talking about, oh, we lost Roe v. Wade. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can fuck off with that. I don't know. Maybe you can fuck off with that. Why? Because if you decide to murder the baby, the father of the baby doesn't get to say shit. You can go and you can murder your baby. You can go get an abortion without his permission. But if you decide to have the baby, suddenly you're interested in that father's money and you can go make him pay. Why can't he say, I don't want the baby either? Where's his fucking right to that? You're the one who opened your fucking legs, right? You could have told him no. You're putting all the blame on him. Now, yes, he has equal part in the DNA there, and I think that both parents should be held responsible for the baby. But when we're in a situation where the woman can kill the baby without his permission, she does not get the demand child support from the man. Not under that situation. You do not, that you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's fucking bullshit. Either he gets a choice in the matter and says, look, I don't want this baby to die. Where is his choice in the matter? He doesn't get one. He doesn't get one unless the woman wants something from him. Then they're worried about the father. But if it's about the abortion part, it's like, no, we're not worried about what the father thinks. Fuck him. He can get the fuck out of here. No, that's fucking bullshit. That's part of the. That's just the small piece of it. So these responses. Again, females aren't really designed to make the dispassionate the decisions of many of the decisions of leadership that there's females of our species aren't designed to make. They're too emotional. They're designed to do certain functions in the social structure of humans. And again, I would invite you to go talk to the women who are part of the men's rights movement, the women who understand this and see how this has all been wrong. You wouldn't go out to the barnyard and tell the rooster to sit on an egg and stop crowing and let a female rooster crow. You wouldn't do that. They have specific roles. They have specific roles that they are supposed to occupy in society. And in humans, the leadership of family, of tribe, of nation is supposed to be males. So that males can make the right decision despite emotional feelings of the women. The women would just have to accept it because they're not in the leadership position, and they should not be. It's a bitch. I don't know what the hell, that it's a responsibility that men have to perform. It's not easy. It's something, they get, any person in a leadership position knows you're subjected to all kinds of problems that you would rather not deal with. And there's always someone got a target on you, right? Especially like in ancient tribes and stuff, a lot of times, how do you get a new chief? Well, somebody gonna have to kill the chief, right? So you always got a target on your back. Not in all cultures, but in many cultures it would have been like that. So yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, but dingbat nano boss crap. Well, we'll get to her. I know we're an hour in. We got on a little sidetrack because this person here commented with very, very, very short-sighted comment. She isn't thinking near on as long terms as I am, because like that breed of dog I was talking about, her way of thinking would lead to us being like that breed of dog where one day we get slam dunked into extinction. And right now we're already at the European nations and nations that are of primarily European peoples are all plummeting towards extinction. And our nations are falling apart because of this way of thinking. Morning. Long day. Driving and listening. Hey, Brian Shee, what's up? Volt B says, JT, I remember when I was young and my mother played in the bowling league. This kid was 8 years old and still in his mother's teat. Yeah, it was probably not uncommon to keep kids on the tit a lot longer back, for millions of years, really. Like, think none of the boss is drinking a real vintage wine and not cheap stuff. No, it's probably box wine. Pot, drink ever. That's not even a box wine. That's the powdered one you add water to. Box wine. Hope that people would have evolved through time and learned lessons and improved. Well, I'm trying to tell you the lessons that you need to learn, but you don't want to learn them. You know what I mean? You said y'all are rejecting them out of hand. I'm telling you, there's a lot of information that can back this up. Do whatever research you feel you need to. I don't think a lot of people will ever get here because they're inherently just biased at this point. They've been taught this way their entire lives, and they're not going to change. They are going to be forced to change. The question is what we get forced to be changed to. If you allow, because if European countries and the United States and Australia and Canada, all the nations that are primarily of European descent population, if they do not listen to me and start to move towards and purposely, intellectually choose to move towards what I'm talking about, what you're going to get is slam dunked into child arranged marriages by Muslims to whatever. And some of your children will be stolen and taken and used for that. I hope you understand and fully get and understand that this is coming to you. And some of that will happen here in the United States because we do have a large Muslim population, and a lot of them will try and do that same shit. Your rights are going out the window. A lot of you will be murdered. A lot of you will be raped. It's just coming. I want to prevent it. But we're fighting our own people. And men like myself who want to say this have to have this whole, debate primarily with women. When we're just trying to save the fucking nation, we're trying to save our peoples. We're telling you what it's going to take to save our people. You won't accept it. So if it's going to come, it would have to probably come by an iron fist. And of course, everybody will bitch the whole time. But they'll never, and so many will never acknowledge that, what these strong European men did was save us from Muslim culture, radical extremist, terroristic attacks, and little girls being married off as young as 5. I mean, if that's what you want, keep fighting the European males who are trying to tell you, look, this is what we need to change. We're not saying anything fucking crazy here. We're just saying go back to what we were, 90 years ago, or maybe even further back when it comes to certain aspects of our cultures. Something has been changing in the last 7, 8 decades. It's been a purposeful brainwashing of every Western culture. And you got, if you can't see it, you can't see it. I don't know what to tell you. It's there, right there in front of your face. You just got to open your eyes. Mr. Lee says, this is a few weeks ago, my dad was breastfed till he was 8 years old because of the war, he said. Probably drinking Mad Dog. 39 bottles of powdered Chardonnay. Alcohol neighbor lives off of. I gotta speed through the comments. See how many people cussing me at this point. Getting into bed. See you later, Deborah. Many animals have matriarchs and not all male. Just saying, yeah, but those are those animals. We're, like I've told people many times, humans are more like chickens and not anything like a penguin. And a penguin, the male does sit on the egg. We're not like penguins. That's very clear. The sexual dimorphism between our two genders is very clear. Now, females, if the females are willing to do everything the men does, see, these feminists want all the good stuff or what they think is good that men have to deal with, but they don't want to take the bad. You know, they want to vote. Oh, they want to vote, but they don't want to sign up for the draft and go to war. See, every male in this country had to take that moment and sign up for the selective service and come to a realization. I just hit 18, and if we go to a major war, the president can call me and force me to go to a war and fucking die. None of you women ever had to do that, and that's why none of you women should ever be in any leadership position and never vote. You should not have the vote. And you don't want to listen to me. You're like, oh, this is a man. Look, there are women out there saying this who understand this and get this and recognize you can't have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have all of the benefits and none of the responsibility. You cannot have it. If you do not take the responsibility, you do not get to have the vote, and you certainly don't get to lead. Okay, we are the ones, the men, who were forced to sign up for the selective service. We could be called to die, not women, and therefore it is we who should be voting, and only we who have signed up for the selective service to choose who the leader is, who might be the one who chooses to send us. See, these women have been voting all these years for crazy assholes like Joe Biden, because guess what? Guess what? Joe Biden's got a heavy woman vote, right? Heavy woman vote. And these women don't give a shit if he sends men to war. They're not going to get called. They're like, fuck it, I'll vote for Joe Biden or any other warmongering piece of shit. Now, not all women vote stupid like that, but a heavy percentage do, because the female mentality is a little bit on the socialistic side, which I've tried to explain before, but it's probably falling completely on deaf ears. People don't get it, that women think a little more on a socialistic side. And if a man's talking like a socialist, you know, he's a little bit feminine, right? But yeah, we're not like those other types. We're not that type of animal. We're very clearly, I mean, look at the difference between the two genders. We are a sexually dimorphic animal. Our behaviors are different. Any psychologist can tell you that minds work differently. So I'm sorry if women think so low of the female role in society that they need to try and behave like males to feel like they have any worth. There's nothing low about the female role in human nature and social order. Men, we can't give birth. We can't nurse a child. This shit is extremely goddamn important. But what has happened to our culture? We told women, no, put off all this. This is the most important thing you're supposed to do in your life as a woman. But put it off and try to do all the shit that men do, because you're not as good as them unless you do what they do. That's bullshit. But that's basically what women have been brainwashed to think, that they got to do what men do, otherwise they're they're not accomplishing anything. The greatest accomplishment a woman can make is to successfully birth and raise children. That is what you're supposed to do. That's what you're designed to do. And when you don't do it and you push off your young years trying to do what men do, you failed. And a lot of these women end up, in their late 30s and in their 40s and childless. They got a career, but they had no children. And then a lot of them, they're trying to get pregnant and they're having a hard time getting pregnant. See, we leave off that part. Oh, there's dangers to having babies young, but yeah, the older you get, the harder it is to get pregnant. And a lot of times you end up completely infertile and you're just doomed. So, no. It's time to be honest about this shit. It's time to be honest about this shit. Good night. Be safe. Watch Fresh and Fit. I think you need to watch whatever podcasts. I think you need to watch. What are you talking about? I like the idea of having several wives. Just saying, Mr. Lee. Well, you wouldn't want to do that in our culture, Mr. Lee. I think you would find it's too much of a handful. Both BS says Lockbeard, my father's sister had a baby we didn't find out about until a couple years ago. She was sent off with the Catholic nuns while she was pregnant. After he was born, he was adopted and never. There's so many assholes out there, both men and women. Oh, yeah, there is. Always ready for a fight. This is kids. Men do not have it easy. We created the world for our women. Women don't appreciate it nowadays. That's true. We have this easy life because of strong men. You've heard the saying, right? Strong men create. I'm going to get it all butchered up, but strong men create easy times because we fight and we build. And easy times make weak men. That's what we got out there right now. A lot of weak men. Weak men fuck up the world and make hard times. And in hard times make hard men or strong men who will then make easy times again. So we need to break the cycle. And someone like myself sitting here, I'm telling you it now. A hard man, a strong man who recognizes, because he's strong also in the mind. And he's willing to sit here and tell everybody, you're fucking wrong. You've been brainwashed. You don't understand. There's many things you don't know. And I'm telling you, you have to willingly, on purpose, create a culture that embraces the nature of man, the true nature of humanity, and keeps the struggle in place that keeps us strong. Don't make things easier. Because you heard so many times adults saying, oh, I don't want my kid to go through something I went through, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and your kid's going to be weak as a result. Your kid is not going to gain the development of character, the development of strength that came from facing challenges, unless you replace that with some other challenges. But there must be challenges. Now, I have an entire great vision of how we accomplish this world. It's going to go away with me, right? It's going to die when I die. Because no one will fucking listen. And they will keep doing what they always did. And now we're in this culture now. The strong men created these easy times, and people are just complacent. And they're not willing to think and consider, maybe we've been doing shit wrong. And we have. Maybe we need to change that and work towards some kind of future where that we don't do this again, where we stop this cycle. Create a nice nation, watch it get destroyed because we got weak and stupid. Repeat. We need to stop that. Without women, there would be no world. Without men, there would be no world either. But they both have their particular roles to play in that. Some men do have it easy, yeah. 3 years ago, he looked for his real mother. She passed 10 years ago, and my cousin Karen was his only blood sister. No, he don't. And let me tell you something. He don't want to. The thought of that whole thought reminds me of that alien coming out of the people in the Alien movie. Yeah, I don't want any part of that shit. Takes a man 3 minutes if you're lucky to make a baby, and a lifetime for the mother to look after them. Yeah. Well, the women need to come to agreement on things. If you're going to make the decision to take, if you're going to make the decision, do I kill the baby or keep the baby? Then you need to be consistent about where the man plays into that. If you're not going to let the man have the decision to choose to have the baby or not have the baby, either one, like if you're not going to let him have any part in the decision there, then you don't get to force him to pay for the child for life, right? Because he don't get a choice in that, and he becomes a slave to this woman who chose to have the baby without even asking him, who allowed herself to become pregnant. She made a number of choices to get pregnant anyway. She agreed to have sex. She didn't make him wear a condom. She didn't use birth control. She didn't use the the morning after pill. So, see, Nikki's here. Welcome. Always known by us. Subscribers are going up. Yeah, the subscribers started going up again. YouTube must have took their lockdown off of me. Red Muffin, does he have a channel anymore? Mr. Lee, he deleted like all of his stuff, and he's starting over. And he sent me a message, and he's been in communication with Brent. Obviously, I don't know what all they've said between them. I don't know how much he would want me to repeat about his communication with me, but basically, he's wanting to change things, and so I say, let's see what he does. Let's see how he does. He's coming back though. He says he's coming back. Yeah, Red Creek Research. Yeah. I think he sounds like he wants to become more on the logical side. So we'll see. Yeah. There was a reason behind that name. He explained it to me. But again, I'm sure he'll explain it if he wants to explain it on his channel. They say females are more built for fighting and unliving in war psychological. Say what? Psychologically? Well, yeah, and I've talked about that. You know how basically, Stockholm syndrome is a natural response to being a captive. It's just part of human nature. Humans did it for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. There'd be a war. Sometimes you capture some females. Those females need to come to terms with and accept their situation and live some kind of reasonably normal life as part of the new tribe that took them. If they can't do that, then there's always going to be disruption there. Eventually, the males are going to get sick of dealing with whatever bullshit she's causing, and they might kill her. Stockholm syndrome prevents that. She just accepts her situation and goes on about being a female in this new tribe. Good, bad, or indifferent, it's just the reality. It's the nature of things. That's what it was. That's how it was dealt with by Mother Nature. It was bred into us. You can dislike it all you want, but No need to apologize, man. You're good. You should be called Red Creek Crybaby. Well, Harvey Dent, he's trying to make a change. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. I'm scared not to say we're being invaded by fighting age men. Yeah, we are. They're bringing in an army to kill us. That's what's going on. European men everywhere. European men everywhere. You're going to have to stand up and protect the cultures of our homeland. I'm not there. I'm probably going to end up in the middle of some bullshit here at some point. All of us men in the United States are going to, because they brought an army here too. Lock and load. I'm trying to, Mr. Lee. I'm trying. Everybody keeps chatting. Elephant ruled by females. Yeah, it's a totally different type of animal. I mean, some animals are ruled by the females like that, and some aren't. Some are ruled by the males. In our particular case, it's clearly in the males. Vault the VS says we're definitely being put in a very dangerous situation just over a political party's spite. I think it's more than that, though. I think they're purposely trying to kill off a bunch of us and create total chaos, just like they want, just like the Middle East over here. And then they'll roll out. Look, in New York, they've already rolled out the National Guard on their city. You know, JoJo says I don't vote. Nor can men when you start having babies. I may listen. Just clip those comments. Oh my god! Well, somebody just probably just clip what comments? Woman handle pain better, says JoJo. When you carry 120 pounds on your back and we'll accept the draft, then we will give you them benefits. Yeah, you cannot. Yeah, you absolutely. It's completely illogical to think that someone who does not have to shoulder the responsibility of just that alone, let alone all the industry that built this nation, is men. Very few females take part in the actual construction of things. And but the draft, that's a big one. That's a big one. If you do not take responsibility, you do not get the privilege of the vote. Voting's not a right. It shouldn't be talked about as a right. It's a privilege that you get when you take all of the responsibility, the full responsibility of a citizen. And that's the draft. You think I wanted to sign up for the draft? Fuck no. I want nothing to do with going to war. But at 18, you got to do it when you're a male. So here we are. Push past the pain, get the job done, says Mr. Lee. Raptor says you guys need to look up the female guard at Buchenwald in World War II. That will tell you everything about women. How about crappy so-called fathers? There are a lot of crappy so-called fathers, but that is another example of what I'm talking about how our culture's been completely disrupted for the last 60, 70, 80, 90 years. It's hard to say exactly when they really started doing this, but it's been a long time. And they've made a bunch of men into what you're talking about there. They messed up women and men. Don't get me wrong. They messed us all up. Mr. Lee's a wuss. Welcome, Icon. Vault of BS says, I'm noticing a swing in child development back to boys doing boy things and girls doing girl things. The woke ideology is dying. Yeah, it's being rejected. Yeah, Halito Achaeos says icon. Halito. Oh my God, you're effing big toe, Volta BS. Yeah, he's big toe. Don't believe in abortion unless it's because of non-consensual sex. Yeah. Have you been? Are we starting part 4 yet? Because I don't think you can do part 5. Why can't I? I can do as many parts as I want. Shunning Duke. Effed up court. Still dragging through court, Donald. Raptor says, Angel, do you have a link for the video I heard about on the other channel, but it wasn't for sure? Something nice about you? Yeah, he's changing it. Starting over. Deleted a bunch of his old stuff. Devil's lettuce. Let you know. Check out. We kind of had an agreement to be cordial. Said Volta BS. Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
I still want to believe the good in people. I still want to believe that. And I know that's naive sometimes. But, you know, I had to. I try to see it, everything for what it really is. But there are still times in life where you have to trust. And I trust until I can't trust anymore. You know what I mean? Like, when somebody burns you, don't let them keep burning you. You know what I mean?
She's talking about blunt.
Recognize it for what it is and then make the adjustments, right? Make those halftime adjustments. Don't go to the locker room during halftime, talk all about it, and then go out and do everything you did in this exact same way in the first half. Make those adjustments. Call an audible once in a while. Yes, I do. I like football.
Kalito Timmy boy.
Yeah, Raymond, you know. And you're right, Danielle. You're right. It's not just Marty. This all happened to me. Different people, but same two-faced, backstabbing shit, starting baskets. That's right. That's right. And that's your, you know, and that's the thing too, because like, you know, there have been people in this community that have been calling people on the carpet. You know what I mean? That they hold them to a higher standard, or try to. Danielle is one of them. Jackie's another one. You know, Jackie does too. Jackie will, like, Brent will like pop up in her chat and be all like, da 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 da, and she'll be like, oh really, Brent? I mean, she'll just stop and be like, why do you say that? Like, Jackie's a very educated woman. I'm sorry, Brent, you're not so much. You're not so much. You're just not. Okay, son.
Jackie's
big thing. I don't know, son. Don't stop calling people son. You're such an idiot, Brent. You're an idiot. You are not intelligent. You are not the smartest person in the room, Brent. You think well, I guess maybe you are when it's only just you and a webcam and you're making a video. Maybe you are the smartest in the room at that moment. But the second you turn that off and you walk into the real world, you are not. Sorry to tell you. You're a jerk. And you're not even a nice, you are so not nice. Yeah. And Catherine, you're right. Jealousy does horrible things to people. Yes, you're right. I even had someone, I started to tell this earlier. I had someone reach out to me to say, because they want, this person was being very gullible. I won't out this particular person because that probably wouldn't be the right thing to do. I don't want to out this particular person because she's actually, it's not her fault that she's kind of like very naive person, I think, and has been, I think that she has been kind of brainwashed and indoctrinated by this whole other PRT group and all of their stuff. Okay. I'll say that. But this person reached out to me and she was like, oh, you and Jessica are friends. And because you're friends, I need you to let her know that she needs to start blocking Mike from abnormal investigations because he's not nice and he's this and he's that and he's this and he's that and he's this and he's that. I said, wait a minute. Why do I have to reach out to her? If this is what you need to tell her, then you reach out to her. Better yet, why doesn't the person who asked you to ask me to do it actually reach out to that person? Because that person knows that person. That person knows Jessica. So if they want to tell Jessica all of this stuff, they can do it themselves. Because I'm not in it. I told her that. I said, I'm not into this. This is not me. I don't get in the middle of people's drama. Because I don't. I do not do it. I don't get in the middle of people's drama. You know what?
Like
that person no longer is my friend either. Excuse me. She's not my friend either. And not because of me. She decided I'm the one that's being the jerk.
Maybe you
because
are.
I wouldn't do her bidding, right? I wouldn't do her bidding. And I have all the screenshots. Of course, after the conversation was over, she deleted and unsent all of her messages to me. I'm not an idiot. If you're going to send me shit like that, damn right I'm screenshotting it. F you. Just saying. If you're going to do that and try to be manipulative like that to me. Lenny, excuse me. Lenny, I know, stay away from him because he's not somebody. Right, exactly, Raymond. They wanted me to comply. I don't comply with anybody. You know? Yeah, Lenny, it's I just think that Mark Z has a way about him where he can he can manipulate people.
Volt BS says, wow, I didn't see this part. She's a biatch. Brent is smarter than this wine marinated twit. Don't get into the drama. Yeah, and yet, sure she is. 2.5 hours getting into the drama. I mean, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. So I'm sure somebody's whispering here, oh, Lockbeard's doing this whole thing on you. Going through your whole damn thing you deleted. Yeah, I'm doing it. Because you're sitting here talking so much shit. You're bitching about people drama, but then you're here right in the middle of the drama and you're calling, I mean, again, I've lost how many times she called Brent an idiot in this thing. I'm not going back through it again. This is it. This is the last time I'm going through this video of hers. And so if somebody else wants to try and do an idiot count, I guess, and try to figure it out, but yeah. Angel says, I think she thrives on drama. Yeah. Yeah. If you do admit it. Humans thrive on drama, but the question is whether you realize that and, don't let it cause you to, get carried away. Don't get carried away. Right. You recognize it for what it is and extract what value you can out of it. Like here we are. We got part 4. We've got 4 live streams out of this one live stream. Of course, we've diverged on the different subjects and everything else, but that's fine. But yeah. Mr. Lee says, I would like to see all the channel creators that have had beef over the last 6 months on one panel platform live. Who would be on them? What the hell? Oh, telemarketer. Jesus. Volta BS wants the timestamp. Oh. Yeah, the timestamp. Can you see it on there? We're at 1:42 and 49 seconds.
He's also one of those master manipulators, out there just able to manipulate. And he's a narcissist. And I love you too, Flat Rock. Have a wonderful new year. I think that he's just one of those people that is really a master manipulator. And, he's very, he's a vile human being. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't like Brent, but but Mark Z is vile. He's a vile human being. Vile.
Well, at least you got that.
He's the lowest of the low.
She got something right.
It doesn't get any worse than that. He's a disgusting piece of shit.
Let us give her recognition right now for getting something right.
It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. I have it for a lot of reasons.
No, it's not an opinion.
For a lot of reasons.
Now you're wrong. It's not
Yes.
opinion. It's
How he,
fact.
his actions and his BS that he did and pulled on everybody and people after.
Probably 1,000, JoJo.
After Carrie passed. That's wretched. That's some of the most wretched shit I ever saw in my life. I couldn't even, I remember seeing that video, and it's still on my channel to this day, because I watched that video where he said that the most disgusting, vile, spewed evil out of his mouth like 5 minutes before I was supposed to start my show. I had a show that night.
I think she's talking about going after.
And you're right, Jane. It was like, you know, it was like Carrie like walks off, you know, walks off and carry a big stick, kind of, in a way, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. But it just, you know, with Carrie passing, these idiots are all trying to fill the void.
So I wonder, was she talking about their the video where Mark Zasky was attacking Linda. Listen
to me. Like I do this all the time. And if I go out at the house or to the door, Matthew has his toys, and then Matthew has all his toys. Linda, listen. Linda, listen.
Okay, what?
Like everything they do at this house, you can't touch everything at Grandma's house. Listen to me. Look it. If we do something, if you get that bird thing off, you're gonna break it. Lick it. Linda, lick it.
Vault the BS says, I think Flat Rock had enough. He likes Brent. At least 13. We need some damn good mods for that. I think the female, I guess I don't know. Whoever he's calling Linda, is that his mom? That little kid in that video, the original video that comes from. That her voice sounds kind of like Nikki, don't it? I think her voice sounds kind of like Nikki.
And you know what? You idiots, listen up. You can't fill the void. You're not Carrie. You can't fill his shoes. None of you could ever hold nothing, not even a nanoparticle, an atom, a molecule, or whatever of anything close to Carrie. You're never going to do it. None of you. Not happening. So stop trying. Everybody just do you. Everybody mind your business. Everybody stay in your own lanes.
Why? You're not.
I'm really, really glad, Lenny, to hear that. I'm glad that you're not subscribed to some of these other idiot channels, because they're not worth your time. Trust me. Yeah. And then I have all these little, you know, ever since, you know, I parted ways with the blondes and the booze. Ever since that happened, oh my God, I am getting trolled like crazy in my comments. I actually like for a while, I was just kind of like deleting them. I was like, oh, that doesn't serve anybody, so I'm just deleting it. But now I leave it up now. Now I leave it up and I'm like, haha, thank you. Because even your negative comment it's still a comment. It's still, you know, you're still interacting with my channel. And it triggers the algorithm. LOL. And then my little happy, smiley, laughy face, because it's true.
Yeah, he messed up making a deal with Zasky.
Yes, Randy. But you know what, Randy, you're so right about that, because when you see, like, it's like we all will see a red flag, right? We'll see the first red flag and then we're like, wait, red flag. And then we get so invested in some of these narcissists, and, you know, like you get so invested in it. The next flag.
Oh, they're all narcissists. Everybody's a narcissist you don't like. All narcissists. Angel says, Raptor, all that would do is get you blocked, and I don't watch her. Yeah. Yeah, I don't typically watch her. I've slipped in there a few times and just try to check out what her deal is, but don't see anything interesting, compelling. You know, Raptor's up here saying, you know, asking her for proof. We're not going to get proof. She done said she's not going to show her proof. Presumably to be vindictive. She said, I mean, she basically said it in this live stream. We already heard that part where she's basically said, and she didn't use the word, she didn't say I'm doing it to be vindictive, but what she described was basically she's going to not show her evidence to be vindictive. That's her goal. But what she did say a while ago, she said she's not going to block people's comments. So it'd be interesting to see if Raptor did show up to one of her live streams, if she would actually block him. So maybe she'll hold her to her.
You'll see it. And you'll go, oh, red flag. Oh man, maybe it's not a flag. You know what I mean? Like, well, you kind of ignore it until. But see, you're right, Randy. We need to do that. When you see the first red flag, you pay attention. Close attention. And when you see the second flag, that's it. You're out. You know what I mean? That is a really good lesson. Really good lesson to learn. Yeah. And I should have followed my gut more, Gene. I really should have, because there were red flags here and there. There were some red flags.
Red flags.
You know, there were some red flags. And I should have literally listened to my inner voice and been like, wait, Marty, stop. Just put the brakes on. But, you know, I don't know. I didn't. I didn't. I fell hook, line, and sinker for some of these things. For some, you know, some of these people with that, just all they want to do is, you know, they make you think that you're their bestest friend until you're not. Until you no longer serve them.
Oh, there was a thumbnail clip, wasn't it?
Yes. The contradicting, like, double standards. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I know why. I know exactly how Josh saw a weakness and took it. Because someone else told him Krista's weakness. And he used it.
How do you know that?
The card.
Prove that. How do you know?
And then, hook, line, and sinker. They're all in. And then once they were all in, all of the Texas front porch was in. Because why? Why should the Blondes and Boos be capitalizing on all of Josh's subscriber count and views? Why should they be the only ones? Because if you guys really think they're your best buds and they're your friends, that group, they're not. They are using all of you. I've heard all of their conversations. I've seen lots and lots of messages and stuff. You guys are nothing but views, subscribers, and money. That's it. That's all you are. Hey there, Dogman UK. Oh, yeah. Every time you do that, oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I just start cracking up. It just, like, literally, like, it really puts a smile on my face when you do that. Oh, yeah.
She is in love with Dogman UK. Look at that. Look at that. Volta BS says the evidence she showed when I watched her show the first time was absolutely nonsense pareidolia. Yeah. Mr. Lee says it annoys me when the peeps boast about having great photos and video, but aren't wanting to show them. Why mention it in the first place? You know, I don't know. Maybe to try and encourage people to donate to their channel, to convince them to release said photos, or I don't know. Who knows? You know, you have to know that if you have some kind of photos and you tell people you got those photos, but then you tell them you don't want to release them, people are going to hound you forever until you release the photos. So yeah, you should absolutely just not even say you have them. But she did. And, you know, it could be like kind of a teaser kind of thing. Like to get people to watch and hoping that she'll finally give in and release the photos so they keep watching. Who knows what her thinking is, but that's what she's done. So Volt BS says that's my favorite short I made. My comments were comical.
I love it. Yeah, they attacked him too. They've been coming after him hard. Why? Why are they coming after him hard? Because he's telling everybody the same stuff I'm telling everybody tonight. He gave me the courage to do it. He really, literally. Now, granted, Dogman UK, you're a little racy for me sometimes. You kind of go like, whew, you take it to a whole other level that I can't take it to. I can't do that. I can't do any of that. But yeah, they attacked him too for no reason. Because why? He's telling the truth. Because he's telling the truth.
Yeah, Dogman UK. You got to remember, she's already moist for Todd Standing. So she don't want Todd Standing to think she's down with you. So she got to kind of back it off a little bit there. Rebber says, guys, I've been saying this on Pat's channel 4 years ago, but all kinds of channels just want that money. They just want the money, says Raptor. Get the Dogman Bander, yeah. I've been telling you guys, this whole thing is a comedy show. We don't need to. We don't need to do anything but watch the funny unfold.
That's what happens when you're honest. When you lie and you make everybody, when you're on stage and you're performing sleight of hand, right? When you're on stage, you're doing sleight of hand, and the audience, you're so good at it because the audience doesn't see it. That's what happens. Yeah. So yeah, the truth is coming out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I really hope other channels start doing that. I do. I hope they start coming out and talking about how crappy these people are, how terrible it is. Like I said, you've got 30,000 now subscribers after you hooked up to the Blondes and Booze, Josh. You got their 1,000 subscribers, so you got your 30. So now take that 30,000 subscribers, Josh, and do something positive with it. And don't tell me you were out feeding the poor for Christmas, because I don't believe you. Because if you were, you would have taken video of it, shown it to people, show receipts. You're always talking about how, I got receipts. Oh, blah, blah. You don't show nothing, dude. You show zero. You don't show anything to anybody because you don't have it. You don't have it. You don't. Think of all the good you could be really doing in the world. Think about it. Stop being rude to the people who watch you. Stop being rude to the people who pay your bills, dude. I guarantee you don't have a company. You're probably BSing that too. Oh, I'm always, working. I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm working myself to death, and I'm not sleeping and I'm not eating. Well, you do not look like you're missing a damn meal, dude.
And again, so just like she's been, verbally abusive to everyone here, from calling Brent an idiot so many damn times that I can't keep count. I don't think I can count that high. To now she's making fun of Josh for being overweight. She has earned all this attack. So I'm saying, whereas most of the normally, I'd be like, look, don't make fun of people's physical appearance and so on and so forth. I think we can let it slide in this case because she got 2.5 hours of all this nuts, crazy shit, and if she don't like it, then I hope she watches this 4 parts of Fun of Excitement. Maybe we'll do a part 5 and watch that other live stream she did. I don't know. That it's way shorter than this one. This one was 2.5 hours long. So, but, and then, anyway, maybe she watches this stuff and, in the future decides not to go full attack mode on a bunch of people like this if she don't want a response. And that flips around, that applies to everyone. You're right. So I've done this. We made these 4 live streams here. I fully expect a response. I hope there's a response. It's going to be fun. Enjoy the drama. Make the best of it. Let's see here. So we don't. Volta BS says so. She don't have nothing. If she had anything of value, she would be looking for the first person to get her money. Yep. Mr. Lee says, JoJo, I knew that would happen to everyone that supported him in the early days. That was his evil plan. They just couldn't see it. Volt BS says, Randy Harrington wants that, in my opinion. You think Randy Harrison wants that? You think he wants to run his tongue along her dewlap? So you can't see if I have a dewlap because I got a nice full manly beard. But we could see her dewlap just fine. She got a nice reptilian dewlap. Her neck inflates like a freaking turtle. Mr. Lee says, I'd like to see the 9 minutes video she took down. I'm sure someone recorded it. I didn't record it. I mean, I later on, I thought, well, maybe I ought to go record that, but it was already gone. But it wasn't like she never showed her face in it, you know. And it was only 9 minutes, but maybe someone else got it. If somebody else does got it and gives me the, links me to their, put it just like I got these. I got them, what do you call it? Where people can't get to it unless they got the link, kind of thing. Maybe I'll pull it up sometime. We'll make fun of that too. Mr. Lee says Lockbeard likes it. Well, likes what? Like her dewlap? I like reptiles. I just don't know if that inflating frog neck on her is, doing it for me though. It sounds like it might be doing it for Randy Harrington though. Rapper says, Mr. Lee, I would love to see the last 3 videos she made that she deleted. I've seen on other channels she said a lot of crap. And now you're talking about 3 videos. Well, this is one. If you're talking about this is one of them. It's 2.5 hour live stream she did. And another one is like was it like a half an hour, 45 minutes maybe? I don't remember. I got that too. We can go through that. And then the other one's at 7 or 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Mr. Lee's saying 9 minutes. So it's only 9 minutes. It's only 9 minutes. This is the big one right here. This is the big chunk. This is the main event. Bolt BS says, I know someone, I'll try and get it. Raptor says, all I can say is who is watching if she does another live, record it. Well, if you guys really want to see it, yeah, she probably does, or somebody got it for her, one or the other. Probably so. Nikki says, yes, got to go later. See you later, Nikki. See you later, Nikki. Mr. Lee says, Jeff definitely has it. Maybe. I mean, if she wasn't on his radar, she probably is now.
Sorry. You're not missing any meals. You are right there in it. You're eating. You're sleeping. I heard you have a CPAP machine, by the way. So if you're using your CPAP machine, you're getting a good night's sleep. Or maybe you're not using your CPAP machine, and maybe that's why you're like sleep deprived, and that's why you're lost your marbles and you're so rude to people and nasty to people and treat people like crap. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I could be wrong. Remember, these are all my opinions. Everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only. I have to play their game as well. Hey, Stevie B. Brent Dill, you're an ass. Just saying. Even though I'm talking about Josh right now, I just felt like saying that because Brent needs to know you're a jerk. And if you come after my friends and keep coming after my friends, there's going to be more of us come after you, Brent. There's going to be more of us. Trust me. Trust me. There will be more. You can take all of your BS and shove it up your ass. Stop fixating on everybody else and go fix yourself. Go to therapy, dude, because you need it. You do not really get how you come off. You don't really get how gaslighting you are. You don't get it. How condescending you are. You don't get how narcissistic, egotistic, women-hating you are. Just because you're friends with Nikki, it's like, oh, I don't hate women because I have a friend called, her name's Nikki. So I'm not a woman hater. No, you're a woman hater because we all know, Brent, that you got You're fixated on hoaxes because you were hoaxed by a female. Truth comes out, Brent. That's, and you talk about it. I know you talk about it, but you don't talk about the feelings that you had for her. You were falling for her. You had a thing for her. So what? Now you hate all women but Nikki? Nikki's your only friend? Your only female friend? I don't know. Move on, Brent. Find some other kind of content. You can't. That's right. I forgot. You've never seen a Bigfoot. And forget trying to maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should interview some interesting people. But then again, you don't have much of a personality, Brent. It's like watching paint dry. Do you not get it? They were in a relationship. Thank you, Lux Select. I don't know who you are. It's the first time you've been to my channel, but thank you. They were in a relationship. I knew that. That's why he's so butthurt. That's right. But you see how much I know and I don't say, and I keep to myself, try to stay in my own lane, but not today. Happy New Year, everybody. We're starting with a clean slate, 2024. Thank you, Lux, for confirming that. I think her name was what, Laura Sims or something. I don't know, something like that. Whatever the heck her name was. I forgot right now, but yeah, he had a thing going with her. So he was like, it wasn't like she was hoaxing him and he figured out the hoax, right? Like he figured out the hoax part and he was like, oh shit, somebody was hoaxing me. No. It's like he was in a relationship with this person. So coming to find out that she's hoaxing him. Yeah. All right. Mandy and Candy. Now somebody was talking about you, Mandy and Candy.
Yeah, I don't think we ever figured out who Mandy and Candy really were. I think there was somebody kind of trolling. Nikki says, just send me your email and I'll get it to you. Well, my email still in all the I think my email's still in all the let me make sure. It should be in my descriptions. Yeah. My email's in the description of all my videos. It's on the fourth line there. It's at Achaeos6@yahoo.com. ACHAEOS. Achaeos. 6, the number 6 at yahoo.com. Let's see here. Sleeping Beauty's back, I guess, just joining again. About the subject earlier, any good man would protect their young daughters. You don't give them away at 12. Good night, Lock. Whatever. Voltabia says, Lockbeard, I have lost so much weight. My stomach looks like my ex-fiance's tummy that she didn't take care of after her baby. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a lot of weight and you lose, you have stretched out skin. That excess skin will eventually go away if you engage in fasting, because your body's going after unnecessary cells, and all that excess skin, it's unnecessary cells. So fasting will make it go away. It might go away on its own in some people who are on a carnivore diet, but you definitely, if you want to like make it all tighten up, fasting, your body will consume the excess and recycle it into other stuff. All right, Jojo, take it easy. Thanks for coming in. Both BS says, wow, nice shot at Brent when you see Stevie B in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a hard on for Brent now. She I don't know what triggered her, man. She triggered. Save her children. Yeah, save her children. Oh, hey. I've explained well enough, I think, for this. We're doing this. We're not really doing that. It would take a long time to really fully explore the subject and make people understand, and to break down the brainwashing that people have on that subject there. I tried. Maybe I shook some stuff loose in your heads and made you think a little bit, and you'll figure it out. Maybe, but probably not. Probably not. And as a result of that, men are going to be forced to fight for the children when we shouldn't have. We're being forced to fight in part because of women falling for this feministic crap, not just men. Men have too, for this all these disruptions to our social structure. They've fallen for it. But again, so look what you're doing here right now. You had to come back and take another jab. As a woman, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. You should have recognized that maybe this is something you don't know enough about, and also recognize that this is something that men need to make the decision about. I'm sorry. Go sign up for the draft. Maybe we'll fucking talk. But as a result of this bullshit stuff right here, now men are the ones who are going to have to put our lives on the line and fight for these children. So, excuse me, but I don't want to fucking hear it. You know what I mean? I want to live my life in peace and not ever have to go to war. But because of this bullshit right here, because you're still standing against what I said earlier, and because of that bullshit, I'm probably going to die fighting criminal, illegal invaders. That shit would have never flown if I had my way and we did things correctly. But now, because our society has become so goddamn weak, because people fell for this bullshit, we're all going to die. Probably we're all going to die. Maybe you will survive. Maybe, I don't know. If enough men fight and we're not having to fight our own goddamn fucking country, the men and the women pushing back about some shit, I'm sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just don't. I mean, it's kind of pissing me off. The way of thinking that you're holding on to right here has put us all in lethal jeopardy. I'm trying to explain to you why, and because I understand it. You're brainwashed and you don't goddamn understand. I spent over an hour earlier in the live stream trying to explain some of this, and it's not enough, obviously. There's way too much information to cover to back up everything I've said. But no, thank you. I don't want to hear any more bullshit. I really don't. I've explained, and I'm telling you, because of people like you who will not let go of this brainwashed bullshit mentality that you've been given, that has failed us, that has put our nation in jeopardy. You put our children at risk, and you continue to do so if you don't listen to me. I mean, I'm just going to be straight up here. There's a way to save your culture, and this isn't it. What we've been doing is not it. And I'm explaining what's wrong with it, and it's not fucking unreasonable. We're just taking a step back 8 decades or so. That's it. To before all this shit got fucked up. But before we can get there, we're going to have to fight a goddamn war against millions of illegal criminal invaders. We got soldiers from the Middle East, soldiers from Africa, soldiers from South America, soldiers from goddamn China, and we're going to have to fight them because of you. And everybody like you that will not listen to this and listen to the explanation for why the culture that you have been brainwashed into, you need to break free. You need to think and break free. And if you're not willing to do that, as men need to be doing it. Women need to just accept that men are going to be the leaders in this. We're the ones that are going to fight. We're the ones going to die in war because of this bullshit. And you need to go talk to other women who are trying to explain to women like you why you should not vote. You have no right to vote. You have not earned the privilege to vote for men that will send us to war when you are not going to go to war. You did not take the responsibility and sign up for the draft. There are women out there trying to explain this to you, and I have personally tried to point you in the direction of one of them to listen to some of those thoughts, so maybe you can understand, but you probably didn't listen at all. Voting is a privilege, not a fucking right. You do not get to have your cake and eat it too. But because you have all these years, now all of our nations are in jeopardy. Our children are getting bought and sold, kidnapped every day, murdered. We talked about that story last time on the live stream where that little girl, what was she? Was she 6 or was she 4? I think she was 4 years old, beaten nearly to death by an immigrant who killed her mom. And a criminal invader. I shouldn't even call him an immigrant. It's a criminal invader in our nation. Broke the law to come here, you're a criminal, period. That was opened up by people thinking differently than what I'm explaining now, what we need to go back to. So I don't know. I don't want to hear any more of it tonight, but you had to come back and interject. So here we are. Here we are. I'm bailing too. You know why? Don't bail, Mr. Lee. You don't want to go over there. You need to quit. You need to go back, go over there, throw down your wrench and say, I'm not coming back. Bashing on Brent, and he's calling out channels for their deception for the money of their channel, but yet she has no proof about what she talks about. Yeah. All right, Mr. Lee. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mr. Lee's just he's I don't know what his deal is. Keeps going over there. Wait a minute, is Nona Boss saying that Brent and Nikki are no, she isn't saying that. No, she has said kind of no, not that. Voltabius after she made a false accusation that Brent was having an affair with Lori Simmons. Yes. Batmom says, you guys are wasting your time on the Nona Boss thing. It's time to stop. Lucky it's over with. No, I ain't done making fun of her yet. Besides, she deleted this video, so I want it all to be preserved on my live streams for posterity's sake. Yeah. Voltabia says, bat vomit. What? Batmom Vit. It needs to be archived about the misinformation she put out. She thinks she's safe from just removing her lies. I'm convinced Dogman fed her with along with Judy. Yeah. That's basically, I mean, we need to play it all out here, and everybody can hear my crazy ramblings amongst it, but they can see it all here. Sounds like nobody's talking about. No, that's not what she's talking about. That's not what she's talking. Look, scroll back up, Raptor. It's what Volt said. Volta BS, not. CB says baby boomers didn't have to start having kids so young and repopulated, though. That's all I'm saying. Volta BS says it was mandatory first to sign up for the draft. I bet they are not doing it now. Yeah, they may not be. But it won't matter, though. When war breaks out in the streets here, the men are going to be the ones that fight. The women are not going to make any account of themselves. The only women that will make account of themselves in battle will be those that have guns. And that's it. When it comes to hand-to-hand, it ain't going to work out. They'll just end up beaten and raped. So you women better goddamn listen. That's all I'm saying. You better goddamn listen. Stop fucking fighting the men in this nation are trying to tell you, look, you need to just stop it. Just stop fighting the men. The men do not need to fight you and the enemies that have invaded our nation come here to rape you and our daughters. I mean, I don't want to, I'm trying not to say it too strongly, but maybe, you know, maybe women need to hear it a little more strongly. You guys fucked up along with the men. We all fucked up at listening to this bullshit and going along with this bullshit for so long. But now that men are stepping up and saying, no, fuck this shit. We're taking it back to where it belongs. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Okay. If you don't understand, I'm sorry. I tried to give you some level of understanding earlier in the live stream. Are you going to get your ass out there in the street and fight? You know, you're going to fight hordes of criminal, invasive, illegal people, illegal aliens that were here. They're not supposed to be here, who come here and started to kill women. Not just men, they're killing women, attacking little children as young as 4. Attacking those cops. We saw that in the video, right? They don't care. It's just, this is just the beginning. It's going to get 10 times worse. It is coming. They're still flooding across the border because of our traitorous not president, never was president, did not get properly elected. He was cheated into office. And they have come here to fucking kill us because of this shit that y'all believe that I'm telling you need to fucking drop. Drop it. Pick up a weapon or whatever you think you need to do when the war starts, and make some account of yourself in battle, because that's, you're going to end up in a battle whether you like it or not in many areas of the nation. I'm telling you, women need to just go back to just raise the kids, but you need to raise the kids appropriately with the guidance of a male involved as well. It isn't just a woman. That women do not teach young men the ways of war. Fathers teach young men the ways of war. I don't want to send women to war. What I'm saying is women have been allowed to vote for all these years, and they help to fuck this whole bitch up because they don't understand. They did not have to sign up for the draft. They've never gotten forced to go to war, and yet they were allowed to vote for men who will send me to war or any other men to war. No, we're the ones that will get sent to war. Therefore, we're the ones who pick the leader who might send us to war, because we are going to be a little more likely to choose a leader who's going to have a little more sense about him, like Donald Trump, who chose not to get us into any new wars. Biden gets voted for because of women and a bunch of feminized men. And he's willing to start all these goddamn wars. If he gets another term, we'll probably be sending our own soldiers over there to fight against Russia. World War III will start. Donald Trump, he's a real man, a real leader, a man elected by manly men who understand
about what Midwest night watchers blocking Dogman everywhere and blaming others. Okay, Mandy and Candy.
Up for a second, bitch. All right, that's what he understands. So he's out there making deals and he's showing strength. He's not taking any bullshit though, and he's keeping our men out of war, or he was trying. So anyway, we're talking about knowing a boss right now. Let's look. Hey, look, men like myself, men's rights advocates, not just the MGTOW group. You know, there's females who are men's rights activists who understand understand what I'm talking about, the stuff that you don't understand yet, you need to go talk to the men's rights advocates who are women to try and understand. And you may never understand, Sam, because you're too damn brainwashed. But we're sick of listening to people who are telling us that we're wrong when the armies aren't at the gates. They are in our nation. Millions of fighting age men are in our nation, and it's just a matter of time for the powder keg blows up because of the way you're thinking. So when the dying starts, I want you to remember what I said to you today. Everyone who disagreed with me today, remember, when the dying starts in our nations, Europe, United States, Canada, Australia, remember what I said today. And take fucking responsibility because you chose not to listen today. Take responsibility. You didn't understand what I'm trying to say. You're like, oh, no, women should have the right to vote. No, absolutely goddamn not. No, it's not a right. It's a privilege you earn when your ass is on the line. And women's asses are not on the line. So I don't want to hear it anymore. That mom says, I don't agree or condone keeping this up. You do you. Well, you know. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Rep says, now you change the video from what Nanoboss said to back to women, men's social media bias affecting us more than anything from other countries. Comment says, well, it's not me. You know, we got a commenter here that can't let go. Vault says, Bat Mom, are you against it because she made comments about you? Raptor says, that BS sounds like it is or her under Bat Mom. What? We will be fighting against lines that are being drawn in several ways. Trump 2024. Yeah. We need to change the we need to change it from Make America Great to Grab them by the Pussy 2024. Yeah. Squatch Cowboys here says, howdy y'all. What's up? What's up, Cowboy? Let's try to get through this video. Come on now.
I don't know who you are. The fuck off. Again, I don't ban anybody from my channel. And if one of you mods want to take care of Mandy and Candy, I guess we'll block them. I mean, because nobody are backstabbers. If somebody blocks you from their channel, they had their own personal reason. I don't care. If they want to block Dogman from their channel, they can block Dogman from their channel. It's their channel. But don't come over to my channel and bitch about it. Okay, so it's Lockbeard. Okay. Lockbeard, I've never banned you from my channel, and I have not even spoken about you tonight. I've not had an issue with you, Lockbeard, ever.
Bring it, bitch.
Don't start. So if you are Mandy and Candy, get your shit straight, shut your mouth, sit back, and watch, enjoy the show. Don't talk shit. Because if you are, then you will end up getting blocked.
See?
Excuse me.
If she made,
I'm not asking everybody to agree with me 100%. Bye, Felicia. Yes. Bye, Felicia. Seriously. So whoever, literally, like, for real, like, I've never had a problem with Lockbeard either. Never had a problem with Mr. Lee. Never. There's a lot of people I have never had a problem with. But you're not going to come, and you have never been blocked from my channel. But you're also not going to come in my channel and act like an idiot. Hi, Brian. Brian, you're a little late for Sassy Boss today. Big time. Brian, you might not even want to be here. But yeah, I'm not playing, like, for real. If somebody wants to block somebody from their own channel, I don't care. That's their own channel. That's their business. That's what they want to do. But so why take offense to that? Why take offense to who you got? For whatever reason, that person didn't, that's the choice they made. So just don't go to their channels if you don't like it. Mandy and Candy, whatever, whoever the heck, Lockbeard. But I will tell you what, Lockbeard, Brent, stop talking shit about Mogs and Stevie too. Okay? You act like you're...
What do you mean stop talking shit about them? After some of the shit that they pulled? No. No. We've only just begun. The fun has just begun. Mandy and Candy may be Dent. Yeah, I don't know who Mandy and Candy was. I don't know who Harvey Dent is. I am not Mandy and Candy. Sorry, you're way off base there, Nona Boss, Miss Successful Woman. Oh, if Mr. Lee had not run off to Moog's live stream, he would tell you. What would Mr. Lee tell Squatching Cowboy about this question right here? I can't quite remember. What would Mr. Lee say?
Me too. Okay. You act like you're in this ivory tower. Like you're so righteous. F you, Brent. F you. I don't care. You are not righteous. You're a jerk, Brent. You're a jerk. Okay. Thank you, Gary.
She wants to jerk Brent.
So if it really is LOCKBEARD, his screen name LOCKBEARD, is not blocked on my channel, and he can re-enter into the chat under that screen name, and he better behave himself. Okay? He better behave himself.
It wasn't me, sorry.
And if he doesn't, Brent Gherkin. Randy, I love you.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best. That's the best. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 5 minutes. Just not even 5 minutes. 2 minutes. Give me two minutes, and I'll be right back. I gotta let my cat into the room. Give me 1 moment. Hold on.
Let me see if I can skip ahead here.
Man, and it will come back. Just like I did.
Looks like I went too far.
Sorry, guys. I apologize. No, you're right, Dogman. No, you're right, Dogman UK. Like, people need to start seeing it, you know? People have got to start seeing what's going on. Because it is, just like I did a whole entire show on indoctrination a few weeks ago, about a month ago now. Yes, you're right, Stevie B. It is karma. Karma's a bitch, man, and it will come back. Trust me. Trust me. All of these people that have hitched their wagons to Brent or Josh or whoever, trust me, you mark my words. Mark my words. It will come back to bite them in the butt. Okay? Come back to bite him in his ass. I mean, you know, even his attacks on DA, you know, on DA Ex Machina, like, what was that about? DA's never done anything. DA never did anything to Josh, except, unfortunately, and again, it's his own business, but he couldn't make it to the event. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. The whole world's going to come crashing down because DA couldn't make it to his Dogman conference, and DW gave a $20 super chat in a chat one night. The whole world is going to come crumbling down. And DA is great. DA is amazing. I have no problem with DA. DA is awesome. I'll tell you what, DA and Robbie have been there for me when a shit ton of other people were not there for me. When I was going through all that other stuff that Gene mentioned earlier in this show. When I was going through all of that, they were the guys that were in my corner. They were the ones that were there for me. Them. Not anybody else. Okay? They were. They had my back. And you know what? They had Blondes and Booze back too. And they sold DA down the river because why? Josh was a bigger fish. Because DA only had 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. Josh has got 20-something thousand that they could get from him. He was the bigger ticket item. That's the reason they just blew DA off. That's the reason. And if they think they want to say any other reason, they're full of shit. That's the reason. They didn't care. They knew Josh was out there running his mouth about DA and saying shit about DA, and they didn't care. They still hitched their wagon to him anyway. But, oh, lucky them, because they almost have 2,000 subscribers now. Way to go, girls. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's lonely at the top, baby. Lonely at the top.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Brent, you're an asshole. Sorry, I just have to keep doing that because he's a jerk. I just can't stand him. Y'all have no idea how many times I've wanted to say what a jerk Brent is. What an asshole he is.
So yeah, sorry. Insults against.
I know, right, Ida? I can't. I'm actually, this is the first time ever that I think I've ever had a drink on a show. First time ever. But we're on New Year's. We're on the eve of the New Year's weekend. I will be going to the West Coast this weekend, hanging out over there for a few days. Hey, Patrick. And I'm gonna hang out over there. I'm gonna actually New Year's Eve, I'm going out on a boat to watch the fireworks from a boat over in Punta Gorda. So I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. That's right, Brian. Absolutely. Be careful who you step on the ladder to the top because you will be kissing their butt when you fall. I like that, Brian. Thank you. Oh, Patrick, you're working. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know. I thank you guys for listening to me, like, just literally trash talk. Well, not trash talk. I wasn't trash talking because I really was telling you the truth. Truth isn't trash talking. I'm sorry. I guess more along the lines of just sharing and being honest with you guys. And I had to do it. I literally, I'm telling you guys, there are a handful of people. Most of you are in the chat right now. There's a handful of you that if it was not for you, I would not be doing this. I would still not be, I would have given up because I was so like disillusioned and fed up and frustrated and just done with the bullshit. Because when you literally see it and when you're literally sitting, when you're sitting and you're seeing all of this stuff happening in the background and in behind scenes type stuff, and you know these people are lying to their viewers, it's hard. It's so hard. I get it why my channel doesn't grow. Because I'm
Vaults of BS says, I still got the video of CVB leaving the scene of an accident I haven't made public. Raptor says, didn't these subscribers give her money on her live feed that night? That's why she's saying it's okay. I don't know. Sleeping Beauty says she's rude. Squash Cowboy says, what in the blue hell is wrong with her? It could just be the box wine, but that she's drinking there. But yeah, I don't know. But it's just funny. I mean, she deleted this live stream. I got a copy. You know, so that we could preserve it for posterity on the LOCKBEARD channel in the form of this 4-part so far. Highly insightful intellectual analysis of all this crazy going on over here. Somebody really does need to do an insult count on it. Like, she's called Brent so many names. It's just, there's, I mean, she really has issues with Brent. Bet she got hammered that weekend, says Volta PS. Yeah, I bet she did too. Drama Queen G's. Yeah. Raptor says, isn't this the video where she said her son's friend was cute and she was going to try and get with him? It was on one of the live feeds. I know for sure. What? I don't know. So many shorts that Volta BS says there's so many shorts that are comedy gold. Yeah, I mean, you could make a ton of them out of this. It's just you could base your channel off of this for a year. She's on speed, maybe. Slow down. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're talking about how fast she's talking, I'll put it on regular speed here for a minute, and you'll see why I got it on high speed.
I'm not, because I don't do the drama, and that's why my channel hasn't ever blown up. And that's all right. I'll take it all day long. I'll take it all day long. I will sit back and enjoy every single one of you that show up.
This is regular.
I don't care if it's 5 of you. I don't care if it's 55 of you. It doesn't matter. I don't care how many subscribers I have. I don't care how long it takes me to get wherever it is that the Lord wants to take my channel. It's not my focus. It's just not. And it never has been. And I guess that's why it was easier for me to see all of this bullshit. Stevie B, right? I know. You and I have had conversations too. You and I. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Lucifer Morningstar. I don't know who you are.
Looks like Raptor's got a theory of his own. She's got a theory about Brent and Lori. Raptor's got a theory that Brent rejected Marty right here, Nona boss Marty, and so that's why she's getting now. That's why she's all pissed now. She tried to get with Brent. Yeah, this is just as good. This is just as good a hypothesis as any, Raptor, isn't it? Sounds like she tried to get with Brent, and he said no, and that's why she's blasting on the air on her channel. Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe so. Yeah, high speed. High speed's your friend sometimes. Volta BS says you're doing the drama here, sweet cheeks. Yeah.
Lucifer, I don't know if I don't know if you're being serious or if you're being just like a troll right now, but it made me laugh, so I'll take it. Hi, Randy, I love you. Bread and butter. Well, Lucifer, thank you. And I don't remember ever seeing you in my chat before. I know I've seen you kind of put some, comments on my channel, but whatever. It's all good, dude. Like, for real. Like, if you want to come in and say nice things, I have no problem with you, no matter what your screen name is. Like I said, even Lockbeard himself. I know a lot of Tiny Pickle. Oh my God, Brian, I love you. Yeah. So, if people come in here and they're nice, I don't have a problem with you. Now, I will tell you, okay, here's another thing I'm going to be honest about that I did actually block from my channel. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you why. Duke from Bigfoot Radio, right? Bigfoot Radio, is that it? Bigfoot World Radio, right? World Bigfoot Radio. I don't know, whatever it is. I can't remember. Is whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not saying that I don't like Duke, but I will tell you what he was doing to me on my shows. He would come into the chat, and every single time, hi Freaky Geek, every single time he would come into my chat, he starts literally taking over the conversation, talking about completely off-topic stuff, and then promoting his own channel. And there were numerous times, and I was like, hey guys, we're not doing that here. We have to stay on topic. We need to stay on topic, because it's very rude. It's very rude to your guests, right? When there's tons of people in the chat talking completely off topic the entire show. Like, I get it. It's going to happen here and there. It's going to happen. But the entire show, it's very disrespectful to your guest. And not only that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's very kind of like, don't go to someone else's show in the middle of their show and promote your show.
Why not? You said you like free speech. Why don't you like? I mean, I don't know how much was he flooding the chat. I get that, but like here, everybody can everybody's got a wrench, can post their links, and if you don't have a wrench, one of the wrenches might post your link for you, because I don't give a shit. I don't see why it's that big of a deal. I almost see it almost as a red flag when somebody makes too much of an issue about it. People posting links to their channels in your chat, as if you're afraid people aren't going to come watch your show anymore. Well, if they don't come and watch your show anymore, maybe they didn't like it as much as you thought. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know why it's a big issue, but I get it. It's considered kind of rude, but come on, let it slide. Free speech in the chat. Squatch Cowboy says, maybe the ladies here can tell me what's up with those eyebrows. That's been an ongoing conversation, but I've been more fixated on that dewlap she's got going, where her neck comes in and out like a turtle or a frog or a lizard or something. So I think she's a lizard people, but yeah. Voltabia says, great theory, Raptor. Maybe we can get that started, like the massacre theory. Sleeping Beauty says she definitely needs help with the brows. I don't know if she has real ones anymore. I think they're just painted on. Voltabia says, Cowboy, that's what I find difficult. What I find difficult watching her. They're painted on, says Angel. I don't know. A lot of women just have painted on eyebrows. I don't know what. Maybe their eyebrows shape is not what they like naturally, and they can't like pluck their way to what they want, so they just shave them off or pluck them out or wax them or whatever they do. I don't really know. and then draw them on in the form that they like. Because there ain't no way that's her natural growth. I don't think, but they never do look quite right to most people. So for you women that do that, look, they're never going to look quite right to most people. Your natural eyebrows, like you want to go with what your natural eyebrows are, maybe, yeah, you want to, pluck and try to get them kind of reined into some kind of something. But if you completely remove your eyebrows and then paint them on, they never look right to other people. I'm just being honest with you, they just don't. So I advise that you stop it. Stop it. Sleeping Beauty needs a wrench. I don't know. I'm thinking we need to treat wrenches in my chat like voting. Except for the ones that already got wrenches. It's just no, I'm good. Painted on the wrong way. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to attack her eyebrows, but a lot of people kind of have been, because they just have been. So whatever. But after all the insults she's thrown at Brent, like, she could have criticized Brent for 2.5 hours without ever calling him an idiot or an ass or all the different things she's called him. Since she has opened up that door, I'm choosing to kind of look the other way and not worry about it. People making some insults in her direction, because she set the tone here, right? She set the tone. So have fun with it, I guess. But in general, I don't condone people making fun of people's appearance necessarily, but she kind of earned it here. No, they paint them on, but all the way back to the ears. I guess. I don't know. Probably got old man brows naturally. Maybe she does. Get back to my comment. Which one? The old man brows? This one? Remember that, frig? Did I skip this? I remember that, frig. That's why I left that show, because she told me to stay on topic. Damn, I gotta find that. Did I skip that comment? Oh. Well, there it is. I don't remember clicking on it before, but there it is.
I would never do that to anybody. I would never be like, hey, everybody, make sure you're at my show on Thursday, blah, blah, blah. No, he does that over and over after I've sat there on numerous shows saying, don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. It's disrespectful.
Now, I don't like Duke, but not for that reason. That I don't care about that, but it's because he's completely full of shit and he's an ass.
Not do that here. Please, let's not do that here. After asking to stop doing that, he just kept doing it. And I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. I had to do it. So it's not like, so that was a decision that I had to make, because it was very disrespectful, and it was happening almost at every single show. On every single time he would pop in, that's what he did. And it wasn't fair to my guests, because I want to show my guests, I want to show that I respect them, that they're here for a reason, because you guys know, I want people that come on my show that you guys can learn from, right? But when there's all this other radio static going on that has nothing to do with the show, and then this person's trying to get everybody's, he's doing a personal advertisement in the chat for his own show, that's not cool. It's not respectful. So yeah. I banned Duke. Yeah. So,
that was a good move.
Trying to think.
Wrong reason.
There's one more person I want to talk about, but
good move.
Oh man, we're really running late. We're going 2.5 hours, guys. Jeez. Thanks for listening. But I will tell you guys what I'm going to do. This is the last time that you guys are going to hear me doing this rant. Aww.
No, it's not.
Thank you, Brian. Goodbye, Tiny Pickles, and hello 2024 with truth. Absolutely. You got it, Brian. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thanks guys for listening to me. But this is the last time you guys are going to hear me as like Sassy Boss ranting on YouTube. This is it. This is the last time. But I will tell you what I am doing. I will be, because I do have a channel on Rumble. I am on Rumble under the Nona Boss. Same thing as on YouTube. I am going, hi, Jen. I am, Happy New Year to you too, honey. I will be doing on Rumble. It's going to be called the Sassy Boss Rants, where we're going to talk about all this stuff on Rumble. We're going to talk about all this crazy shit. And all of you guys, if you don't have Rumble.
So is she telling us here that she has created a Rumble channel to do all kinds of drama? Like she's made a whole channel on Rumble for drama. She just said she didn't like drama, and then she went to a 2.5 live stream here that's all drama and name calling. And now she's telling us she's got a Rumble channel where she's gonna do this over there. So she's totally on board with the drama. Or did I misinterpret that? Not making fun of them, just don't understand them. Yeah. Nobody did, I don't think. Nobody does. Slade's killing you. She's extremely annoying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Redder says, sorry, everyone looks like they're tattooed on. She's trying to look good for her son's friends. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Possibly. Guess I got another spot to screen record. Do you? What is it? Is it this stuff?
Well, just get it. I'm just telling you guys.
I'm backing up a little bit.
I am, Happy New Year to you too, honey. I will be doing on Rumble. It's going to be called the Sassy Boss Rants, where we're going to talk about all this stuff on Rumble. We're going to talk about all this crazy shit.
So she's starting a Rumble channel for nothing but drama, basically. Oh, shit. Get another spot to screen record her Rumble. So you want that? Hold on a second. This is 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 31 seconds is where we're at right now.
And all of you guys, if you don't have Rumble, just get it. I'm just telling you guys right now. YouTube is in its final days. YouTube because you can't freely speak on you can't. You just can't. Everything is censored. You have to be careful every single thing you do. If you want, yeah, they censor everything. So you have to be careful. You got to follow all these guidelines. Well, Rumble is not that way, but I definitely have, a Rumble channel on Rumble. Go over there, follow me, because I will be doing this kind, exactly what we did tonight. I'm going to be doing that on Rumble, and it's going to be called this. It's under the Nona Boss, but they're going to be called the Sassy Boss Rants, and we're going to rant, and we're all going to rant, and we're all going to say every single thing we want to say over on Rumble. So there is still going to be this atmosphere over on Rumble, and go and follow me over there. And hang on a sec. Let me see if I can put the link in the chat. I'm still learning how to use Rumble. All of my shows are on Rumble. They do upload to Rumble.
Raptor says, yes, I looked up her Rumble channel a month ago. I did not find anything with her on it unless it's under a different name. Yeah, Rumble's search function is freaking ridiculously stupid. It doesn't fucking work most of the time. Because if you don't put in the very exact words, it won't find shit. It'll just come up with no results. So yeah. No thanks to what? Smoke some weed and chill out. Well, she got a box of wine. She ought to be chilled out enough.
Rumble. Let me see if I can figure this sucker out. Actually, you can go to my link tree as well. My Rumble is the link to my Rumble is also on my link tree on my channel, on my YouTube channel. And all right, guys, I can't figure it out. Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that over there because I can say whatever I want and nothing gets taken down over there. We can say whatever we want. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's like we can show up and talk really bad and be really, really sassy. We can be super sassy on Rumble and not worry about it. And nobody can do anything. Nobody can say anything. Can't report my channel. Oh, trust me. I guarantee by the time this stream ends, Brent is probably going to report my channel 1 billion times. So this will probably all get taken down. So I don't care, whatever. I'll probably take it down.
He's not going to report your channel. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking nut. He's not going to report your channel. No, he might make a video about it, well, he did make one, but I mean, he's not going to report your channel, is all I'm saying. That's stupid right there. Volta BS says, so many shorts to show. She's a train wreck. Make sure you take pics of all my comments, Marty. Yes, you please do. No thanks to looking up her channel. Yeah. I don't really plan to. I have gotten my fill of her on this 4-part thing here. So Rumble started doing like YouTube is, so she's bullcrapping. Yeah, I mean, Rumble probably will get infiltrated by the CIA and all that bullshit. Just like every other company, the CIA gets our ass all up in shit and takes it over to control people, to control us, control what we think. You know, people aren't understanding and getting it. Their fingers are in everything to control everything. They're an evil organization. I hope Donald Trump disbands them and locks them all the fuck up, because every last one of them is a goddamn criminal. Yes, the CIA, entirely made up of criminals. They are one of the layers of a terroristic organization that is our government. I don't want people's channels reported. If someone reported her channel and took it down before I got a chance to record this video of hers and go through it and make fun of it, that would suck. No, I want people to have the right to free speech, even if they say stupid shit. Volta BS says, get a box wine advertisement, Nona Boss. Yep. Miss Cowboy says, yeah, Mr. Lee wanted this 4-parter and now he's not watching. Damn him. Yeah, he always goes over the Mogs because he's a mod over there. He's a mod here. He can mod here all he wants. Y'all need to put the pressure on Mr. Lee. You know, Tom Cruise, you need to put the pressure on Mr. Lee. Your boyfriend, Mr. Lee, keeps running back over there in the Moog show, and I don't know why. Then I can't fight this anymore. For people that don't know, that is an actual picture of Mr. Lee standing to a picture to Tom Cruise. Now, they aren't actually together in a picture. Full disclosure, I put the pictures together to make it look like Tom Cruise and Mr. Lee were standing next to each other. However, they aren't. But that is a real picture of Mr. Lee, in case people don't know what Mr. Lee looks like. That's Mr. Lee. I don't know if he chews on shotgun shells all the time, but he is in that picture anyway. Who else I got a picture of? I got some video of this is a home sex tape made by Vault of Nightmares, not Vault of BS in the chat. He makes that Vault of BS is making fun of Vault of Nightmares. Vault of Nightmares, this is an actual home sex tape made by Vault of Nightmares.
I like to fuck my cat.
Where's Timmy? Is Timmy Boy still here?
Come on.
And of course, Donald has a rough life, right? Has a rough life. I think I might have. I don't have actual video of Sleeping Beauty, but somebody made a cartoon with Sleeping Beauty in it, and I can tell you this is a very accurate depiction of Sleeping Beauty in cartoon form.
Yeah, now turn around and lay an egg on the glass.
Yeah. Rep says, like I said before, she talks about all these channels, but she doesn't have proof of what they said about certain comments. Yeah. He's at his buddy's live. Yeah, Mr. Lee. We got to break Mr. Lee of that. He's got a bad habit. Volta BS says he'll eventually get burned by Mogs. Well, I thought he already was. Tom should sue him. Yeah. And Tom Cruise says that Lockbeard, I will sue you. Yeah, Mr. Lee's somewhere around here. There's Tom right on cue. Yeah. Tom Cruise, make another good movie, damn it. You need the AI voice that clip, but from the Homer Simpson one. Rapper says certain blue wrenches on YouTube getting certain amount of money that has been going on since YouTube first started. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Sleep Beauty says, interesting. Thanks, Lock. You're suing too? Yeah, you should. Everybody should sue.
Or demonetized, whatever. It'll happen. It'll probably happen. Brent, you're a jerk, by the way. Just saying. Sorry. I can't help it. Yeah. I'll be back. Don't worry. I will be back next week. I don't have any guest book yet. I have a few people that I'm gonna reach out to after the first of the year. I didn't want to bother anybody over like the holiday or anything like that. So but yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be doing some different stuff, but follow me on Rumble so that we can all have all these amazing open conversations and we can talk about people all the time and we don't have to.
We can talk about people all the time. She's been railing about the drama, and yet she's talking here about doing a Rumble channel specifically for drama.
Worry about them coming after anybody's channel. We can just say what we feel, say what we think, say what's on our mind, and we don't have to worry about these people. So thank you guys all for being here tonight. Thank you. Let me just go back one more time. Lenny, thank you so very much. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. Again, Lara, thank you for being a new, a member of the channel. And Brian, thank you also, for your super chat. I appreciate all of you guys very much. You guys are amazing. You keep me going. And I know that 2024 is going to be fabulous. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good year for all of us because we're all going to be moving forward, but not just moving forward. We're also going to be moving forward in truth, with truth. And that means a lot. Truth is worth everything. Truth and respect. Randy, I want that shirt. I want that shirt. Judy, love you so much, Judy. Judy, thank you.
Is that Judy Wheeler in her chat? We can't see her chat, unfortunately. That sucks. So we got Brandy in the chat. We got Judy Wheeler in the chat. What's going on? Volta BS says no. The fuck the cat clip. Oh, gotcha. Slim Beauty says we can talk about people all the time now. Yeah, well, see, why is she making a 2.5 hour live stream bitching about the drama, but the whole live stream is about drama, and then she's introducing her channel on Rumble that is all about the drama. What? Super chat. What about super chats? I don't got super chats yet, I don't think. I might get them. I don't know. I might get them. It depends. Like right now, YouTube's like reviewing my channel or whatnot to determine if they're going to allow me to be monetized, because they could just tell me to go fuck myself. So, Brian Barber, was it? I don't recognize the name though. Volta BS. I don't know who he is. It's Volta Barber though. Is Brian Barber. Got that all crosswired. Stephen B says she said we can talk in our super chats. Didn't know that was a thing. Well, basically, well, super chat is, you know what super chats are, right? It's when, you know, you give money and because like when you get a when your chat gets too wild, there's too many people and you can't possibly, like, we don't have a lot of people here, so I can actually put every chat on the screen. There's that, you know, extra time now. But in the future, there might be too many people, and so most chats will just fly by, and you'll never be able to. There's no way you can get. There's no way you can put them all on the screen or read them all. You can't possibly read them all, you know. So if you give a monetary donation, a super chat, so it's where you've paid some money, and how much money you pay determines how long of a comment you get. And then so she's basically telling people to super chat me, super chat, or give me money is what she's saying. Give me money in super chats. So people who want to be seen, yeah, they stand out. Eventually, like if you get too many people in your chat room, eventually you simply can't read anybody but the super chats. And then some channels, they get so big that they can't read all the damn super chats. Like it's humanly impossible. You just can't do it. So she got under 3 minutes left. Let's see if she insults Brent one more time.
For coming. I want Randy, I want that shirt. I want that shirt so bad. I want that shirt so bad, Randy.
Randy. She saw it saying Randy. Is that who's Freaky Geek? I don't use Rumble much and have yet to post anything. I don't know who Freaky Geek is.
Hey, where did it go? Oh my god. Who wants that shirt? We need to make that shirt happen. Here it is. Why does Brent keep poking his pickle in my face?
What? Randy says, I will make you a shirt. Why does Brent keep poking his pickle in my business? What the fuck is he talking about? Randy, what are you talking about out there, Randy? Randy.
That's the best. Oh, man. Randy.
Okay, I'm starting to think maybe Randy's already put his pickle up in the Nona boss. What about y'all? She's giggling too much. She probably rode that pickle.
F you, Brent. I will leave you guys with that final thought. Happy New Year, everybody. I wish nothing but love and good vibes and positivity for everybody for the new year. And thank you guys for listening to my sassy boss rants for the evening. 2.5 hours we've gone, and it has been a lot of fun. Make sure before you guys leave, if you came in late, go back to the beginning because you want to hear the entire thing through, because it'll probably get reported and taken down sometime tomorrow. So make sure you guys go and check it all out while you can. F you, Brent. I love you guys. Spread love and kindness wherever you go. Happy New Year.
Jeez. We survived. We survived this whole bullshit, right, y'all? Slow-mo. Yeah, you can do slow-mo in the chat. Eventually, you have to, when you get really big, think about possibly using slow-mo. I don't know. What do you, I mean, it does help, but it's unfortunate because some of the people that you want to be able to talk as much as they want to can't. But they already can't really anyway, because you can't even sort out their comments because the chat's going by too fast. You can't read it all. You can't pick them all out. So I don't know. There's no easy solution once the channels start to get big. Wow, you didn't know that. Get interesting, getting old indeed. Raptor says, I told you guys she's doing the drama for the money for her channel. Same thing with Bigfoot Odyssey. When he first started with his story bullcrap for the money, all these other channels are doing it. Yep. Volta BS says he wants it for sure. Is he gonna glaze her dewlap? Is he gonna glaze her dewlap? Oh damn. Oh damn what? Gurgle gurgle. Oh shit. Spread love and kindness, but fuck you, Brent. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It helps on the streams I watch late, just 6 seconds. It helps on the streams I watch late, just 6 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, like, you know, I might hang out a little bit over, like, at, like, watch Friday Night Tights, you know. It's if for those that aren't familiar, you got Nerdrotic and all those guys, Geeks and Gamers, and you know, all them guys, all of them in the pop culture stuff. They, you know, they talk movies and games and stuff like that. Anyway, there's a lot of people in that chat is flying. There ain't no point in trying to chat. You know, like most of the time I just don't, because there's no point. You can't follow anything in there. It's just flying by too fast. Raptor says, you never know here on YouTube. These people talk on Facebook, Twitching, Twitter. They come up with the schemes and they all say this crap on YouTube to get money from other people. I said this before. Well, Tobias says, I watch TW lives out of Bakersfield. I don't think I'm familiar with TW lives. Or I just don't remember the name of it. Maybe I have seen it. I don't know. So let me get off of here real quick. Just a second. Pull up our chat, right, y'all. So I got this other, let me see. I'm going to see how long this video is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why? Well, now I'm not finding it. Where is it at? Oh, I know why it's not here. Never mind. Just a minute. Let me pull up that. Computer's complaining. I'm trying to load a page here and it don't want to do it. It don't want to do it. Let's see how long that video is. Yeah, that the other video is 38 minutes long. We could totally do a part 5 looking at the other video. But we can't do it tonight because I'm tired. We've already been going 3 hours. Yeah, like if you go listen to the carnivore doctors, they usually only answer if you pay. Yeah, because they got so many people. I mean, they can't read all those comments. I mean, it's crazy. So the people who actually contribute are the ones that, you know, can get get their because they paid, they paid, so it only makes sense that they get their questions answered ahead of other people. Occasionally, they will answer a question sometimes, but for the most part, there's so many super chats, they really don't have time to answer anyone else's questions. So, Both BS says, I think the next one needs archiving plus the one Nikki has. Sasquatch Cowboy says there is this channel called Movies, Monsters, and Music by Dan Monroe. Y'all should check out if you like old sci-fi movies like Lost in Space and others. Yeah, it's Danny Joe. Is it Danny? Danny, that's Danny's channel. No, this guy is Dan Monroe, and it's definitely not Danny. Different. It's a different Dan. It's a different Dan.
Everybody, and welcome to the Not a Boss. Happy New Year, everybody.
Who is that? Fran Drescher? Yeah, definitely don't want to try and do this tonight. So yeah, but Mr. Lee, where you at? Mr. Lee. Why are you gone, Mr. Lee? Where's R2D2? Where is R2D2? Tom Cruise, we don't need to talk to you. Your religion is bullshit. Take your Scientology and go away. Scotch Cowboy says he has long black hair and it actually makes sense when he talks. That would be Movies, Monster, Music Channel, Dan Monroe. That Scotch and Cowboy is talking about there. So any other comments on this? I mean, she's calling everybody narcissist, calling people names, claiming she don't like the drama, but she's starting a whole Rumble channel all about the drama. Yeah.
Fuck, you're old.
Why did that one not play? Well, maybe Jessica's talking about the tasty teenage boys.
Look like a tasty teenage boy.
Yep. Jessica likes the tasty teenage boys. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Look like a tasty teenage boy.
Yeah.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
All right, y'all. Let's get rid of her. So maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do a part 4. Look at that other video. See what other kind of bullshit she says. And then who knows? Who knows what we do in the future? But and I don't know when it'll be. I need to figure out what my schedule looks like and know when I'm going to do the next live stream. It might even be tomorrow. I don't know. Put which clip? The cat one? I don't know if I got. Do I still got that clip? It's on StreamYard. I got it on StreamYard. I might be able to re-download it if I don't got it somewhere on my computer. Slim BDC sounds awesome. Long black hair and makes sense when they talk. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. if I can find it. Either I got it on my computer hiding somewhere, but I doubt I do, or I might be able to re-download it off of StreamYard. See, some of these cuts have been getting cut off, but I don't know if this one is.
I like to fuck my cat.
I think it cuts off a little quick, but I guess that's okay.
You're not making any sense at all.
Good news, everyone!
Raptor says I can still not find her channel on Rumble. It must be under a different name. Did she say she called it Sassy Boss? She might have called it Sassy Boss instead of Nona Boss. Although you haven't been able to spell Nona Boss right at all. Squatch Cowboy says, Sleep Beauty, I don't think he's stoned all the time. Damn, says Sleep Beauty. Full screen it. I can record it. Full screen it. What do you mean? What do you mean full screen it? I'll just try and find the video clip. I don't know. Or re-download. I think I can re-download it right off of Rumble or off of StreamYard here. So I'll try to do that. I'll figure something out. But anyway, we've been going a long time. 3 hours and 14 minutes. Full screen the clip. Full screen the clip. I don't know. I don't know what your like. It is what it is. You know. I don't know. I'll just send you what I can, and hopefully you can figure out something. But you said you just wanted the audio, though. Is that what you wanted? You wanted to get the audio?
You remind me of the bay. You remind me of the bay.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I'm uninsultable.
All right. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And I'll see you next time.